Hello, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's having a good night. Hope everybody had a good day yesterday and today. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. Yeah, I didn't jump on this morning. I was feeling kind of ill last night myself, but much better now. Let's see. There we go. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're saying your prayers, eating your vitamins. What's up, Daniel Berry? Happy Tuesday, Daniel. Um, Hope everything's going well with everybody. You guys are still having fun, make things fun, all that good stuff. And hope you all, yay, old school, what's going on? What's going on? Anybody want to talk about anything for a short minute? Anything in particular? You all excited about any new collection stuff coming out or you're going after? Bump, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Let's see. Yeah, about to work on this basement a little bit more tonight, so probably won't be on here long. Um, just letting you guys know, thinking about you. Hope you guys are all good. Um, let's see. Um, just let you guys know I'm doing good, and because Lord Jesus Christ, Father God, is my Lord and Savior, so I pray He always answers. He's awesome. Hey, TKD Ba! Yes, live from Michigan. Old schools look okay. Waiting on your pre-orders from BBTS. Yeah. Hear you on that. I haven't been buying nothing lately. It kind of actually feels good. Tell you the truth. DFS, yo, 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 what up? Let's see. Let's copy. Let's boom. There we go. If you guys like to join in, there's the link to the StreamYard. Nice StreamYard brings all the yeah. Let's see. DFS, you already have a main mansion. East old school DFS. Banger Society. Yeah, I just thought I'd jump on. I really didn't have I didn't think of no content to really talk about besides saying I hope you guys are doing well and I'm doing well. Really don't know anything about any of the new stuff coming out right now, or that comes out later this year. The only thing is, I think I got on order is Sabine Wren and that dog or those wolves or whatever. I got like 2 of those on order. I think that's it. Oh, I take that back. I got 2 armored Cobra commanders on order, and I got somebody else on order too. A month before that, but cheers to water. Oh, that tastes good. Refreshing, I should say. All right, DFS. Yeah, ain't seen you in forever, brother. Collecting is a hobby. Yeah, I'm thinking about making a logo for the Banger Society. Anybody got any ideas? Anybody want to send any ideas in? If you want to, hit me up on Instagram or one of these live streams, and we'll show it. We'll see what people think. And don't, if you don't get picked, don't get, upset or nothing. There's still, I'm pretty sure it's still good, And I think that's going to be a hard part, is picking whatever anybody comes up with. I'll throw in a nice prize for the winner of the person that comes up with a good Banger Society logo. Oh shit! Sorry about that. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Not too bad. How you doing, Skydro? What up? What happening? Skydro, you can jump on too if you want. It's in the link. Oh shit! Look at that.
What's up, motherfuckers? It's me.
Oh.
Hey, where's my Doritos?
There you go. Which one is that?
This one is what the fuck can I think his name? He's from Beast Wars Neo. He's Gigatron. Skip.
Well, his real name's Triptychon, but I don't know if that's
Right.
a third party one or what.
No. This is from Beast Wars, a Japanese cartoon. The Japanese cartoon Beast Wars. And in the series, Megastorm gets an upgrade and he turns into this guy.
Oh wow.
And he is it Megastorm? Yeah, because Megastorm's like G2 Megatron, and then G2 Megatron turns into like into a fucking into like a Trypticon, but he's he's got the camo Gigastorm. There you go.
Yeah, Big M got it.
And he's got the camo.
That looks sick though.
Oh yeah, this is fucking badass, dude.
Is any of that metal?
No. They even they
good painting.
They took some stuff out. I think there was. There was like a little. If you on the other one, you lifted this up and there was a gun in there.
Yeah.
And then I think there's something else too that they took out on this one. I think it was something with the wheels.
Yeah, there's wheels down there too.
Gigastorm. But yeah, dude, you gotta have this guy's really cool, dude.
Yeah.
He's got the shelf presence like none other.
Yeah, I think I might just start getting like the Dr. Wu, like the little Transformers to go with my Titans.
Yeah, those are cool, man.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig that shit. They got this diorama over here.
Oh shit, look at that.
You see that shit? Pretty big.
Yeah.
Let me plug it in. I don't think I've ever. I've turned it off a little bit before. Let's see. What the lights?
Oh shit.
Oh shit. It's sensitive. Whoa. Well.
It happens, man.
The switch is too sensitive. There we go. Oh,
Oh,
my phone.
yeah.
Maybe it's this wire. I don't know.
There you go.
Oh no. No,
It's like once your hand moves out of there, it shuts
what's
off.
up? No, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
It used to stay on. Yeah, I think I might have to mess with that a little bit.
Dang. All right.
Yeah.
That stuff happens, though, man. You know.
Yeah, you should see some of my other shit. How my other shit's functioning these days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Man. Oh, what's that?
Yeah.
Let me put you back on.
Said it's a diaclone, but
Oh, nice.
he's got parts swapped around and shit, so he's got different colors up in here.
Yeah. Diaclone is such a fun name to say.
Diaclone.
Yeah.
So yeah, fucking. Yeah, having a good time over here at Mikasa. Smoking all kinds of weed and going out, talking to girls, finding all kinds of girls to talk to
Yeah.
every day, and riding my bike every fucking day.
Nice. How's your MR2?
I need to do a little work. I mean, it runs and drive around, but it's not. I need to put some work into this transmission that I got, so I can get ready to swap in the
I
new
still want to get one, even though I'm blind. I can't really drive. I'm not allowed to drive anyway. But always wanted one.
Shit, I'm like fucking thinking, man, I need to reduce how many cars I have and all that shit. I need to cut back. I got what two trucks. How many cars do I have now? One, yeah, I guess just two cars, right? Yeah. Okay, that's not that bad, right? 4 vehicles for one person.
No, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, maybe I could get another one.
Maybe you can get 7, one for each day of the week.
Yeah, that's maybe. Well, 5 would be nice, and then I could drive one every day of the week. But I do drive them all. Sometimes I'll drive them all in one day.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'll be like, well, oh shit, I gotta go drive around. And then some days I don't drive at all. I'll just ride my bike because over here there's enough bullshit around from yay to hey for you to get your groceries and all that crap.
Right.
But yeah, it's pretty nice over here. I can ride from my house to the lake, to 2 different lakes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so when I do that and I do my full ride, that's like 30 plus miles, gets up to 40 miles.
Nice.
But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun.
I'm about to get one of those electric bikes, pedal bikes. They're electric though.
Yeah, I see all kinds of motherfuckers. He also says he has 2 project cars, neither run. God damn it, old school. I mean, just get one of them running, just so you can tell people that it runs. And I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
That way, it's like tucking in your shirt in the morning. It's just like,
yeah. Start with the easiest, cheapest one you can get running.
fuck. No, I need it.
Like if one needs a new, say a gasket compared to a whole engine.
Right.
Get that gasket done first.
I mean, my car's fine. It runs great. Everything's perfect. It's all original except for the suspension, which has been fully modified. Yeah. And it's got the TRD Japanese hardtop, all this. It's got all the shit. Bells and whistles. But I'm not happy because I want it to be really fast and really, really fucking loud. M3. What's up?
M3.
Yeah, Threenus. He says I only drive the Dragula.
Yes.
They're a bit complicated, he says.
Okay.
That shit
Yeah,
gets
we
me-
shouldn't be telling. We already know. You're old enough to know all that stuff. Like we give advice. We know they're old enough. They
right,
already know.
right. Yeah, preaching to the choir and all that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been pretty nice over here. The weather warmed up a lot. We got the fucking got the nice stuff. Old school. Pull up old school's comment there so I could look at that little car that he got going on. It looked like he's got
Which old school?
monster muscle. Old school.
This one?
Yeah, you can see it. It's lifted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, is that a? I see that the front fender looked like a '69 Chevy. It was like got that cut angle where I can't tell what the fuck car it is though.
I know. What is that old school?
And then the fuck, but
It might be because you got like black and then you got like a gold or a copper type looking
fender make it look real off. Yeah. That was really popular having a lifted like muscle car over here. Even till I was in high school, you'd see them driving around a lot, and they'd be like off-road muscle car type deals.
Mm-hmm.
Where sometimes they would just take a whole truck chassis and then turn the car into a body and slap it on top of a frame that they made. Okay, it's a Javelin with Chevelle fenders. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Badass. Fucking mutt. That's bad, dude. That's real cool. 4-wheel drive. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's sick seeing those motherfuckers driving around all the time. Even when I was in high school, you'd see them. But you don't see that shit over here anymore at all. Yeah.
Look, he says 4x4.
Yeah. Shit, bad. That thing's bad. Oh, on a Suburban frame? Okay. So yeah, he knows he's doing exactly probably like
what he wants to do. Yeah.
Yeah, like the way that they used to do it. I remember seeing them like that. Mad Max. Hell yeah, man.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fuck. Yes, I'd see that. Yeah, they'd have them drive around town. There was a shop over here too, and they do Miata swaps. That's all they did was Miata swaps.
Uh-huh.
And it was like this. You hear the fucking V8 rumbling down the road, and it would be like a little Miata. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't do that shit over here anymore. The fucking laws all changed since then.
I know laws have really changed here lately in the last 10 years or so. And they're making it where you can't do nothing on your own without getting in trouble.
Shit. That's how they try to make it in California, but
yeah, they're trying to control it. Yeah.
There's all these fucking loopholes. I guess there's some loophole that all these rich people were taking advantage of here in California, where they could get a company like an LLC going in Montana, and as long as they had an LLC in Montana, they could buy like a supercar, right? And they wouldn't have to pay sales tax on it because it was owned by a company, and then they operate it here in fucking California. There was like, I forgot how many fucking ridiculous amount of fucking expensive ass cars were registered that way or operating in California. They found, and it's like that. Everyone else is paying $500. Fucking the DMV,
for any little thing.
The Department of Monetary Value, that they make you for your car registration. They're making you pay all kinds of shit. And otherwise, these guys, they got their cars registered in Arizona and Montana and fucking
yeah.
And they got the most expensive fucking car. Doe, what up?
I bet my son still got my house address for his insurance. Probably he just moved down to Texas like 3 months ago.
Oh shit!
Well, maybe they made him change it out.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck. I try to get away with weird shit. Well, see, my shit is all registered in the East County, where I don't have to have my shit smog, and then and I get away with that. But I try to get away with a lot more.
Yes. Yes. Doe, what's up?
Well, I was trying to get away with a lot more.
Yeah. Doe's here now.
Dope.
Doe Studios.
Dope. And then
I make a lot of dough, but don't call me Dough Boy.
you see, in old school says in Texas, they ain't got no smog. In the Texas tea state.
Yeah. We don't have smog here.
Smog?
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. We got away.
We see like desert places a lot, but I think it's just dust in the air.
Oh yeah. We used to have like a loaded dyno test here in California where they put you on a fucking loaded, and they run that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And they'd sniff it the whole time. Now they don't even do that shit. They just rely on onboard diagnostics, and if everything says it's okay, then they pass it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Man.
You get away with murder.
Oh, I was to turn in my license because of my eye. I had to go there twice, and I fought with them each time for like an hour. Because like I somehow just barely would pass the sight test.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't. I can't drive because I don't see people. Like I almost ran over 3 people in 1 week.
God damn.
Yeah, and they, when people dart across the big roads, I don't see that. I'm like, all of a sudden I catch it, and I'm like, whoa, I like ran almost 3 people over in 1 week, and I was like, I'm done, man. I can't drive no more.
Oh shit.
And that's hard, especially, I live in this state. There's no like really any other transportation. I mean, you got a few buses, but not many. You got like 5 buses for the whole state. You have no train subsystems. It just sucks here.
Huh. Damn. Fuck. Yeah, you're really relying on friends and family then.
Yeah. That's yeah, because they wanted to put in subways and all that stuff, but they said no, we're the Motor City. We're the whatever, and
we're the Motor City.
Yeah, we're all about buying cars and building cars and shit.
Oh my god, that's so fucking funny.
40 years later, we really need fucking train transportation, sub transportation and shit like that.
Yeah. Fuck.
Government went a different direction.
Bro says he hasn't seen us in forever. Like he says he hasn't seen me in the plague.
Right?
The plague. And then
I do have one of those walking sticks, bro.
Walking stick?
Yeah, I got it in 2015. I got a bunch of them, and then like I went to the Cleveland VA low vision rehab. Dude, they made me a lightsaber walking stick.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, I wanted to make one, and I bought one of those cheap lightsabers from Walmart, the plastic ones for the kids, and you go flick and it flicks out.
Yeah.
So they took the flick out of it. They took the walking cane, and they wrapped the whole thing in red. It's usually red, white, red, white, red, white. Well, the tape was all red. So like when you take a picture, it looks like a light. It looks like it's lit up.
Fuck yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. That's it. What is it? Let's see. The old school and fuck Cavs want you to get a Teasler pull and peel car.
A what?
A Twizzler.
A Twizzler.
Yeah, a Twizzler. They say the Twizzler will drive for you.
Well, the V8. As soon as they got a good functional car that drives on its own, they will give us one.
As soon as they got one.
Well, yeah, but they're gonna say it's it's good, but really they're gonna still be testing it out on us.
All right.
We hope they crash and die, because then we could take them off.
Yeah, see, yeah, and it's true. Kaz is right. He doesn't want you to get one of those. People, they rely on that thing to stop at a stop sign. All you gotta do is shine a fucking infrared laser at the motherfucking stop sign, and that thing can't even read the stop sign. It'll run right through the motherfucker and kill whoever the fuck. You could kill people.
Yeah.
Driving Teslas, easy as fuck. And there's ways to project light onto the roadway to make them think that it's a pedestrian and shit right on the fucking freeway.
Yeah. Teslas are still just being, what do you call it? Test drove, basically.
Yeah. The walking guinea pig. Yeah, there's motherfuckers like me who are figuring out how to kill people who are driving these things.
Yeah.
And, it's no mercy. No mercy.
No mercy.
But,
might as well dress up as like a road warrior from Mad Max. When you get one of those things and you run somebody over, you can hang on and go with your mohawk and shit.
But no, it's crazy out there. I drive slow as fuck. I drive like 59 miles an hour over here.
Thanks,
man. Yeah, and I kick it on the cruise control, and it's kind of like a Tesla. It'll do the following distance. It does all that for you. And if somebody does some shit crazy, it'll brake for you too. It brakes for you. You just set the speed, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to use the gas pedal ever if you drive this car. And it's nice, but I don't fucking go faster than 59 miles an hour anymore. Every now and then I'm afraid to fuck with you hear the turbo and feel the boost and shit. It's fun, but no, I try to get 35 miles to the gallon all the time.
I thought about buying a used smart car for just around here, around the city, so I get good gas mileage. I'm like, dude, but there's going to be at least a couple times I got to dress up as a clown when I get out of that thing, because them things are small as fuck. But like when I first got married, my wife had a Geo Tracker, or not a Geo Tracker, a Geo
the Metro.
The Metro.
Oh yeah,
that bitch was badass. I was so surprised.
Dude, those were cool cars. They had the 3-cylinder.
Yeah.
They had a manual transmission one. And
yep.
Yeah, my buddy, he had one of those, and he loved that car. I mean, he drove the fucking shit. He drove it straight into a wall when he was drunk one night. That's how much.
Oh shit! I was like, oh god, this thing. I was like, but it was really, for somebody that can afford stuff. I'd get that, because like parts and stuff are so easy, or so dirt cheap and so easy to replace. Like it's not much to replace on that thing. And it's not
right. The only thing is that you're sacrificing the creature comforts of the contemporary society.
Yeah.
I mean, you're lucky if you might be able to install a cruise control on that motherfucker.
I know. I had an 18-inch speaker, and it filled up the whole entire back.
I had the first car I drove the wheels off of was a Geo, but it was the Prism.
The Prism.
That one's the Corolla, whereas the Metro is the Suzuki Swift.
Yeah.
But yeah, I fucking drove that, and it was a manual, and I don't remember how many miles it ended with, but the motor mounts are completely shot out. And at the time, like, I was like a fresh mechanic. I didn't even realize how easy it would be to just change one out at a time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I know, like I've done this a million times. Just change
Yep.
one out at a time. Fucking easy, right?
Yeah.
But at the time, it was like,
Dude, I think
alcohol was a new thing for me. So
I could even lift like a corner up just enough to put something under the tire.
yeah,
I'd have to have somebody put it under for me, but I could just lift it enough instead of
Hey,
walking out.
do you remember the Omnis, Curtis?
Yeah.
The Omni?
Yeah.
That fucking car was like pretty cool. It had like the windshield was all bubbled, like not the windshield, the rear wraparound, if I remember correctly.
Mhm.
I can't remember. My mom's friend had one. My friend's mom had one, and we drove that thing everywhere. Before can't remember. I can't remember what it really looked like.
It's if I remember correctly, it's kind of
It's like a station wagon or a little hatchback. It was a hatchback, huh?
It was a hatchback for sure.
And who made it? Was it a Peugeot or what the fuck that Fiat? What with a P? That brand?
I don't remember.
I gotta look this shit up now.
No.
But yeah, that car was fucking cool. It was slow as fucking balls, right?
Yes, it was.
It was slow. Let's see this Omni.
Oh, dude, when I was stationed at Fort Leonard Wood,
was it Dodge Omni?
Dodge, yeah, Dodge.
Let's see, this thing was weird. Also called Plymouth Expo. Powered by a little Volkswagen engine sometimes. And sometimes by something called a K series inline 4 Chrysler K.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. It looked kind of like a Volkswagen Rabbit back in the day. It's what they kind of looked like.
Yeah, well, yeah, we had some small first cars. Those, let's see, the first car that I drove and like probably crashed a couple times is the 70 El Camino that we still have. But we don't even fucking drive that piece of shit. Is it 8 miles to the gallon?
Yeah.
I fucking hate anything that gets 8 miles to the gallon. I mean, it's just a burden to drive.
Yeah.
Let's see,
oh shit, let me get up on
you
this.
don't want to make me angry.
Who's that?
Took it out yesterday. Oh, it's in the garage, Doug. It's
S-Track.
Let's see, Doe says he has interesting cars. He had the 73 Camaro, and then he had the 300ZX Turbo. That was a fucking cool car back in the day, dude. Yeah, the G35. Still has the G35? Man, you don't see a G35 anymore, man. They all got all fucking busted or riced up and shit.
Yeah, it's got the Bonneville, yeah.
The Bonneville, hell yeah.
It's where you roll deep with your friends. You roll deep with your friends in the Bonneville.
The El Camino, you could fit 3 people in there, but it's a bench. And when you're going around a turn, then you got all fucking
everybody
people in your lap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, when I was in Fort Leonard Wood, they had like way off back in the deep woods. They had a mud pit for cars and trucks or whatever. And my buddy across the street had a 91 or 92 Eagle Talon. Maybe it was a 90, somewhere around there. But it was all-wheel drive, and we'd go out, and he would just float and rooster tail that mud. He couldn't stop. If he stopped, he would sink, but he would gun it and just rooster tail the mud and fly and just basically like he was drifting on top of the mud. It was fucking awesome. He's fucking up some big ass trucks with his rooster tails and shit. Going, he was doing circles around him like. It was funny.
They used to have shit like that out here, but everything's so commercialized now and developed that you know they can't do that. I even where was I? I was in Merced, California, buying this other pickup truck. It's a 82 Mazda diesel, and I bought it a couple months back. It's badass. Has like 300,000 miles on it. And when I bought it, they have like motor brigades and shit they do for like Halloween, where they all ride whatever, like ATVs, motorized scooters, whatever motherfuckers got. They just ride all that shit down the road in costumes.
Yeah.
And they do like a big old brigade on like Halloween. And it's crazy that certain counties still got all that.
Yeah.
600. He paid $2,500 for the rim. That's how it was when you first bought a car. Like people, I mean, like you don't know shit, right, about cars. Yeah. You buy a car and you think you're gonna put some wheels on it.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Even over here.
Yes.
And DFS did that with his Geo. Even he put fucking but I went back.
I was trying to find hubcaps at first that looked cool for the Geo.
I ended up going back to Steely's and you know, but I ended up gutting the fucking Geo. I took out all the interior. I started cutting out the fucking metal behind the rear seats into the fucking trunk, and I got that thing down. I got that thing down in weight where it tore out those motor mounts pretty quick.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, I was thinking too, like around here, everybody's got these, you know, like fancy golf carts to drive around. I was like, dude, I should just get a Geo Metro.
Fuck yeah. I've been thinking about
around. I can just go straight into fucking town if I wanted to.
Yeah, I've been thinking about something like that too. Like, hey, you know, if I buy another MR2, I could, it's a really shitty one. I could just go with just lights and ditch all the fenders and start lightening up the motherfucker and, you know, see how much I can get away with on the street until the cops pull me over. And I could probably get it down to like 1,500 pounds or something like that. And it'll be really fucking fast.
Yeah.
Start cutting out all kinds of shit.
Oh man, when I was in Hawaii, man, their thing is they had just started. Like everybody was in this thing on getting Fieros, and they were souping them suckers up, man. They were making them really good.
Yeah, I remember seeing that shit when I was a little kid.
There's even a couple people that took like the Eagle Talon all-wheel drive part,
right?
Took it off and switched it onto the Fiero.
Interesting.
And they were doing, you know, the drag strip stuff, and then they started doing races around the big track. And then the next thing you know, they're on the highway and they're like this far from my bumper, and I got my family and kids. I'm like, oh shit. And they're gonna don't fuck up. You know, and they're fucking racing on the freeway and shit.
Yeah, I mean, even when I was still in high school, we had a drag strip here that was only probably 4 or 5 miles from here.
Mm-hmm.
And you can go there. I think it was 3 days a week. Yeah, 3 days a week, and they do drags. And now you got any of that shit.
No, you don't.
And the same joint, the same property, there was a mountain bike, not mountain bike, it was a dirt bike track. Yeah, it was a dirt bike track. But everything here, all the fucking hills here, before there was homes, it was all dirt bike track.
Yeah.
Everything. It was a big ass. You could ride your mountain bike, you could ride your dirt bike fucking from here to the fucking ocean without touching any asphalt.
Yep. I don't know what it is with here, but it's like if there's trees there, they're gonna cut it down and put up a new neighborhood. Instead of fixing up a neighborhood that's a bit, say like for Detroit exists,
Right.
There's a lot of complete neighborhoods completely abandoned. Houses need to be tore down or whatever. Instead of tearing those up and putting new houses up there, why I don't know why they don't do that, but they'll go find a part of a forest and tear it down right away.
Right. Yeah, it's hard for people to appreciate stuff, you know.
I know.
Like people who invest in stuff like that, they're not from the area where it gets developed, so they don't even know how to appreciate it.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, they. I don't know. I mean, like I asked. I think it was about 2 years before I got out, before I retired from the Army. I asked the Army Sergeant Major, he came and visited our facility. Boy, did I throw him off. I'm like, how come we can't use National Guard and Reserve to clean up these rivers here in Detroit and clear out all these fallen down freaking houses and shit? I mean, it's cheaper. It's what we used to do with the Reserve and Guard. It's what we do when we go into other countries. Why can't we do it here? Why do we got to keep paying people so much money that
or the insurance scam and supporting that insurance scam is fucking that's crazy.
And he just kind of like he was like, that's a good question. I really don't know. None of them ever thought of it like that.
So it says, you don't want to make me angry, like in ET, he rode the BMX.
Yeah.
So you don't want to make me angry. I fucking had the sickest BMX that I held on to. It was the GT Chrome Molly with the black mag wheels, and I had it I had a GT, sprocket, and the fucking crank said GT, and the seat post, fucking thing, everything perfect, and it got stolen. Quick. Fuck yeah. And man, but now, I don't have any more BMXs. I only have mountain bikes.
I never got a BMX. When I was 7 years old, I got a brand new bike. It was a Huffy. And I never got a new bike after that.
Fuck. See, MC.
I had a friend give me a frame to a Diamondback, and I tried fixing it up with the Huffy parts, and it just wasn't working.
Ah, fine. Getting those mid-range adjusters and fitting all. Let's see. MC says Haro Group 1 and Columbia Freestyle both stolen. God damn. Yeah. Even Cass says he knows these motherfuckers are stealing all these bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss that bike. I need another BMX.
The only thing I don't miss about the bikes is jumping the ditches, and then
that's what you don't miss. So
because you sometimes every once in a while, like somehow you would like mess up and the tire would hit, and then like your handlebars would go floop down, and you'd slide and go bam, bust your nuts on the bar.
You see this thumb right here on this one here?
Yeah.
It's a little bigger right now than this one right here.
Yeah.
That's because on Easter, I dislocated it, crashing my bike in the mountains, going like 35 miles down an hour down a hill. And I was coming out of a rut and the rear end washed out. And fucking, it cut me like from here to here. Oh, you can't even really see it. Yeah, I guess you can.
I've had some doozy crashes, like road rash.
But I'm already back on the bike. Friday I rode 40 miles, and I rode 10 miles the next day, and then I rode 36 the next day, and fucking.
Yeah.
But I took a week off and made sure that I got an X-ray and made sure nothing was broken. But no, I had to put it back, and then right when it crashed, it like went like that,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like. So I put the digit back where it belonged, and then I got back on my bike and I started riding back up the hill because it was like a little side shoot that I normally take.
Nice.
I just didn't take the same line that I normally would have. I took a different line, and there's a lever for you to raise your seat. You push the lever and the seat will drop down, and then when you're going downhill, you shift your weight back where the seat is, right? And then when you're going uphill, you lift the seat back up so you can get the torque pedal back up. So I'm pushing that fucking lever, and I'm like, wow, I must have broke something on my bike when I crashed. And I look at my fucking thumb, and the joint, when I'm pushing on it, is going this way.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the whole joint was moving back when I was trying to use the motherfucker.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And then it starts hurting like a couple minutes after. You're like,
no, it didn't hurt that bad until the next day.
Oh, and the next day is usually when that stuff hurts.
And then then for a week, dude. This one, it's a bad rash. The fucking skin was stretching the whole time it was healing. I was bleeding out in my bed sheets every fucking night, dude.
Damn. Shit, dude.
Yeah, it was gnarly. But I love riding, dude. There's nothing better than fucking riding, I think.
Yeah.
It's really is peaceful when you're out in the mountains and you're fucking hauling ass and you're getting that exercise and get fucking pumped on the fucking rocks and shit. Yeah. And you don't know if you're gonna fucking eat shit, but you're not gonna eat shit and you fucking haul ass and you get fucking air and then oh man. But yeah, I need to get on the BMX old school because there's a little skate park right here by my house and I have all the pads now. So I need to get over there and practice what is that? The clearing that I gotta clear the pedestal and land on it. What the fuck is that shit called? But yeah, I need to figure that shit out.
The pedestal.
When you hop up an incline and then you land on the fucking.
Oh.
Yeah, I need to figure that shit out. You gotta pull up like a motherfucker right at the end. And then you got to shift your weight back forward. But yeah,
in Arizona, up in the mountains, with my uncle and some friends, and then we met up with some other people that we ended up hooked. They were out there four-wheeling and dirt biking like we were, and we ended up all hanging out or whatever. And there's this big pile of like, I don't know, I guess it was part of the hill or part of the cut into the mountain, but the dirt went straight up like this and then leveled out nice and flat. They all went up there. And then a four-wheeler went up there and almost fucking
yeah. There's a place over here that actually happens. People die all the time.
Yeah. And then they like told my uncle's best friend, he's like, hey, why don't you come up here and do it? He's like, okay. And they're calling me to do it. I'm like, no, this ain't mine. I ain't paying for this 4x4 or this four-wheeler.
Shit.
I'm not paying for this four-wheeler and I wreck it.
Yeah, there's a place out here, they call it Devil Slide in Akatia Wells, and it's like you come up this dune on one side, right? But then there's other people coming from the back on the same dune, and they're trying to hit the same jump, and fucking and sometimes they cross paths, or sometimes someone's on the other side and somebody lands right on top of them, and fuck that, people get taken out on all the time out there.
And we got on the west side of Michigan, along Lake Michigan, there's a lot of sand dunes, like huge. They look like deserts almost. then they just like suddenly disappear in its woods. But that's up north. And man, there's all kinds of ATVs and stuff going on in there. People getting stuck a lot. Pretty cool.
Yeah, fucking. Yeah, I'd rather ride my mountain bike than fuck with a dirt bike right now. For sure. I have way more fun with something just a little bit lighter. And yeah, the electric mountain bike that I have, that fucking thing is so badass, dude.
I gotta look up. I saw one at Walmart. It was $740, and then like their cheapest electric bike was like $450. But I still gotta look up that brand and see what's the people are saying about it.
Yeah, I mean, I only buy the Giant mountain bike brand.
Yeah, it's a huge one. It's got like these big fat fucking tires on it, and it looks sturdy as fuck. Like it won't break, but
yeah. The brand that I buy, it's kind of like people who normally ride mountain bikes. They just build their own bike, right? Or you could buy a bike by like Trek or Specialized or Giant, and they set you up with all the best parts and everything.
Yeah.
And I'd rather be set up and buy the bike perfect and then just maintain it after that, right?
Right.
And but yeah, I don't want to spend all this time building the shit and fucking. But yeah, to tell you the truth, both my mountain bike that isn't electric, it costs over $1,000, and then my electric mountain bike is $4,000.
Yeah, they're like really. To me, they're really expensive, but I mean, I understand. Yeah. And I'm still looking at those ones too. I'm like,
But it's like I wouldn't. There's people around here. They just cruise around with regular ass electric bikes, right? And the electric bikes, there's two different. There's like class 1 and class 2, and class 1 is the assist, where when you're pedaling, it gives you assist,
right?
And class 2 is when you have a throttle, and you don't necessarily need to have assist, and you can just go. But the class 1 is limited to 20, usually by chip, limited to 22 miles an hour. And then class 2 are usually not limited. They're probably usually around 35 miles an hour. And and those ones, you can't take on certain trails and bike paths. And then you're not allowed to ride a class 2 on the street.
Oh, wow.
So there's limited areas where you can operate class 2 legally, but people still do it, right?
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, I have a class 1. So everything I have is assist, and it's not, yeah, I don't have the throttle and all that shit, but I have it chipped where I can go over 35 miles an hour. But yeah, we have a whole crew, and 2 days a week we meet to do a ride that's over 30 miles.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try to work on see if I can pull it up and show you.
Let's see.
It's a picture.
Flyer. They cut the lock and stole it, and they got his Hutch Trick Star. Hutch Trick Star. I don't even know what the fuck that is. It sounds badass. Mm-hmm. That's crazy, though, that fucking guy got his ribs torn on that motherfucking. Yeah, I went over the bars too. Shit, you're making me think about getting chest protector now.
Yes.
I already have fucking like level 2 pads for everything, and when I go out, I gear up all the way because I can't be trusted. If I see something fun, then I'm probably gonna do it.
I bought a bike protective like thing where for your chest, for the arms, and for the shins and knees. I bought it because I was making a Sith costume.
Oh hell yeah! The best thing that I have for my bike is the chonies. It's like this pair. It's a pair of shorts that it's got like crotch fucking reinforcement and ass reinforcement for your seat, and then it's got a hip padding in case you were to fall on your hips. It's got a little bit of padding on there, give you a little bit of ghetto booty while you're walking around too. Yeah, fuck. Let's see the electric bikies. Yeah, those. Everyone will be riding around on all these little. They got little tires on them and shit, so they can. those are the ones I was looking at. Those are the ones that got the little tire, and then the kids are all these kids are all trying to get the class 2 electric dirt bike. I forgot what the fuck they call it. It starts with a T, and you can get it on like AliExpress. The kids all want that one, but it's like 1,400, I think, for that thing. So it's like, it's usually out of the kids' price range.
Pretty much.
But yeah, everyone I know, they got these fucking mountain bikes that cost over $4,000 or around $4,000, basically. Man. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun. But,
fuck yeah, I think if it's all right, if it's decent, because I'll just ride it up and down the roads here.
Well, the thing is, if you get a class 1 and you set the level of assist to how much, you can start getting exercise that you wouldn't have normally gotten. Just yeah. So when I ride my mountain bike, there's only so far. I could only make it like 10 miles tops. Before I'm just like kind of burnt out or toasted. But with an electric mountain bike, and once you get to that point, which isn't really happening to me right now, you can start bumping up your assist going up a hill, right? And you can you can cheat your way up that hill where you're not hurting the next day, and you can keep your ride going longer than you would have normally been able to without the electric assist. So then your heart rate, gets more exercise. You'll sweat more, and you'll get to that next level of exercise just with that electric bike. Whereas you wouldn't even have been able to do that with a fucking regular ass bike.
Right.
You would have been fucking toasted after 10 miles in or whatever. And it would have took you fucking twice or 3 times as long to get that distance. So I really like
that's why I want to get it though, is because I've always tended to go way too far and then be like, oh crap, my legs are starting to cramp up.
Yeah, it's good exercise, man. I couldn't sweat like that before I started doing that shit. There's no way anything I could do could never get me sweating like that.
Okay.
And now I'm fucking finally sweating again.
I'll probably get that because I'm not going to be harsh on it or nothing. But I'm still going to look it up just in case, see what happens, what they say about the battery life and all that. And
yeah. You don't want to get one that fucking might be a piece of shit, right?
Yeah. Not a complete piece of shit.
But yeah, I ordered my bike from this bike and ski website thing, where there's a place over here, Bicycle Warehouse, where they could have got me the same bike, but on the bike and ski website, I found a bike that I wanted, and they said they had it, but it turned out that they couldn't get it. So they called me on the phone, and I told them exactly which bikes I was looking at. And then they made me a better deal on the other bike that I wanted. So I got I saved like $700 fucking dollars on my bike just by talking to the dude on the phone.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. So it was definitely worth the time to put a little bit of more research into what I was doing when I made my purchase.
I did this last Friday.
Oh, hell yeah.
Can you see it?
Who got you guys back up?
Some other people there. They did a thing for the the low vision VA people.
Yeah.
And they took us around on side by sides and Jeeps and stuff. And there's this whole, it's not actually far from here, which was nice. And it explains why there was trees around, but they bought an old quarry and turned it into a whole like 80-acre fucking thing to go climb and shit. Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. And so we were the first ones to go out, and the guy went up, and then because it rained really bad the night before, that spot was washed out. And we went up it, and we almost got up it, but there's this giant boulder that like kind of just caught his tire and just kept spinning. So he went back a little bit, and then it just went.
Yeah.
It just.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Them older ladies back there, they were stuck in their seatbelts, hanging on. One was squishing the other one. They were both big. They had good attitudes about it, though. They had to cut the one seatbelt, though.
Really?
Yeah, because she was hanging and they couldn't move nothing. Everybody was trying to do it, and like, I mean, she even propped herself up to where she pushed herself up, you know, to loosen up the thing, and then just wouldn't.
You hung on for dear life for that woman.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, shit. We've done that in was it the Polaris Rhino?
Yeah.
You know, it went over center like that, and fucking.
Oh man.
So we were out at it wasn't too far from the camp where it had happened, and we rode dirt bikes out to where it was, and there was like 4 of us that tipped it back over.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. We used to do shit like that. My mom still goes out to the desert and rides, and they have the Can-Am and the Polaris and all that shit. But I don't like to fuck around with that. I don't like to fuck around.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend all fucking weekend type of thing. I want to get my shit in like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah. Get it in a few hours, go get something to eat, because you're always hungry after that.
Right. Wait, when I did that shit in the desert, I was younger.
Yeah.
I was a lot younger. And I remember you find a good jump and you just take that shit over and over again until you're exhausted.
Yeah.
That's what I used to do when I was a kid. Find a good jump, just take it over and over and over and over again in a circle.
Yeah.
Fucking get air. Get air. Get air. Yeah. I'm still like that. When I get going downhill and I see it in the road, I'm fucking pulling up. Yeah. Yeah, I love that.
Bend the back tire. Oh shit.
Yeah, luckily my new bike, I haven't had any. Well, that one's tubeless. It's got tubeless.
Yeah.
So, but I need to get a tube in case I do get a blowout on a trail. Then I can throw it in there and air it up on the fucking trail and get back home.
Mm-hmm.
I need to figure that shit out. I haven't figured that shit out yet.
Yeah, that's the other thing, man. It's like sometimes it's hard to find just basic parts for your bikes now. An inner tube. Walmart has them, but sometimes they're not stocked up and shit.
Right. That's the thing too. Like when I buy the inner tube, I'll buy like 6 or 7 at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go through them. But yeah, it's like you're saying, you got to stock up.
Yeah,
because you never know, and you don't want to keep fucking waiting.
I know. It's like it's not like. I know when I was little and probably after I graduated, there were still bike shops that were just dedicated.
The little ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have with the smallest bike shop we had, Hidden Valley Bike closed down about 7 years ago because they wouldn't work on electric bikes, and that was literally their downfall.
Wow.
But and they were passionate about bikes and they knew bikes. They just wouldn't work on electric bikes, and then that was their downfall. Literally, it was weird. It was like, okay, we'll let you guys die, and they died.
Damn.
But yeah, we have a couple places in town. One of them's a chain though. One of them's a Bike Bling.
You okay? You okay?
Doggy?
Like she's gonna puke. You okay?
The fur ball?
Don't have one of them attacks, please. Every once in a great while, she has an attack where she falls to the ground and kind of
She got a seizure?
Like a seizure type thing, yeah.
Yeah, I had a dog that we used to get the seizures, and we call him Sparky.
Sparky.
Because his balls hung real low to the ground.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So we called him Sparky. But when I started smoking weed, this dog would jump in my face to get high. And he wouldn't seizure. It was.
Wow.
I swear to God, this dog knew that if he got high, that he wouldn't seizure. And I had just started smoking weed. I turned like 19 or something.
You're right.
So he was seizuring for like a couple years. And then once I started smoking, the seizures started going down. Like seriously, they started reducing.
Dang. That's awesome, kind of,
Yeah. He's a good dog.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to ask you, did you ever have the handlebar, the long handlebars, something like that, that was made out of like chain?
Oh no, not the chain ones. No, we used to
have
have
a couple people with them. I never knew where they got them from, though.
Oh, they make them over here. There was a lowrider crew here, and they on Christmas for the parade, the lowrider crew would come out with the custom lowrider bikes and ride in like a little procession down the main street. And oh, dude, you see the coolest fucking bikes, and you'd be the same thing. It was just shit that they made, and like there's a chrome shop here in Escondido still too, where people take things as old school, the way they do it, the old school chrome, and it's one of the only fucking places that has the environmental clearance to even do it.
Dang.
Yeah. Yeah. So they take all
grandfathered in or something, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But fuck yeah, I love those lowrider bikes and all that custom shit they did.
Yeah.
They're just creative and cool looking. And
they started fading out mid-90s, I think.
Yeah, people stopped doing it. Yeah, people stopped. It wasn't cool.
Remember Friday? Debo comes riding up on one. What you got on my chain? Or what you got on my 40, homie? That's my grandma's chain.
Yeah. I gotta get me a little bike, another bike. I got another one, but it's for the my friend's daughter, and I picked it up, and it's like a mini mountain bike for like a little kid, and it actually has 7 speeds.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up another bike here pretty soon because they want us to start working 4 days a week from the office.
4 days? What were you working?
Just 2 days from the office.
Yeah, they're bringing it back in, huh? You trying to bring it back to normal.
Yeah, they're trying to bring it, back from COVID or whatever. Fuck, I don't know what the fuck, right?
Yeah. Well, Trump's trying to say like he wants everybody to work 4 days a week,
and that's it.
And that's it. Well, I mean, you could work more than that, but like he wants the 40 hours done in 4 days.
Right. That's how I do 980s. So I work 9-hour days.
Yeah. And
But
then
it's a thing, it's the whole post-industrial revolution, 8 hours for what you will. And that was the idea, was that you worked 8 hours and you got fucking 8 hours rest, and then you had another fucking 8 hours to sleep.
yeah.
And it makes kind of sense, but then people push things around, and people want people to work more, and they want people to be flexible, and then
Yeah.
and it's one of those things that I try to work early as fuck. I try to start at 6:30. They don't even want you to start at 6:30. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They want you to work some stupid hours to like 5 o'clock in the afternoon
Yeah.
or 5 o'clock at night. You know how many meals I would have to eat at work if I worked till 5 o'clock?
Damn. Yeah.
I need a comp for at least one goddamn meal if I was stuck there till 5 o'clock. But yeah.
Yeah, I truthfully think that like jobs, you're not supposed to work all the time you're supposed to take care of your jobs at home and with your family and stuff like that. Like, and I think that's part of the issue is like when they're talking about they broke up the nucleus of the family. I think they did that through jobs.
Yeah, they made it so it was a decentralized thing where you had two working adults, and then they're branched out from the central unit of the home,
Right.
and you get so yeah, it definitely does fuck with that in some sense, but also traditionalism is like washed out, where people, I mean I see it in young people who, like, they're in fucking dumbass relationships that aren't going anywhere, and they're renting, and it's like, look, you're getting to be fucking halfway to where your age is, and you're not even gonna be able to purchase a home, and that's just the way society's worked out for everybody. What up, Mark? There's Queen Bee and Prophet. Let's see.
Oh, there he goes.
Vieja escuela.
Esquire, the Prophet director.
But yeah, the whole, yeah, it's crazy. The whole compartment living they got people stuck in.
Yeah.
That's why next year I'm moving out of here. I'm buying another piece of property so that somebody else can't buy another piece of property, and that it's mine, and another person can't live here in California with a family.
Yeah.
True story. I'm saving up for a down payment.
That's right, Bull. They did. They needed that extra tax money.
Bull. Extra for the woman's. For their extended government. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. Oh man, I see women making more money than the man in most of these cases. It's like these bullshit relationships that these people are in, fucking wasting their goddamn time and their whole fucking life going nowhere with some fucking idiot.
Old school called him Merwinkle.
Merwinkle.
Bull.
To pass the child support laws. Yeah, I mean that's true. That's true. Those child support laws. I remember there came a point in my life where I talked to my mother. I said, "Mom, you're really gonna collect vagina support? You haven't been married to this man for like 20 years. We're all grown up. That was like 20 years ago, Mom."
Yeah. Dude, they do that. When I left Germany and got stationed in Fort Leonard Wood, when I started doing my in processing, my new squad leader came up to me and he took me around to in-process me, and dude, he had issues because like he just got hit up with some lady in Panama hit him up for child support, and he had to pay 17 years of child support within like a month.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Backstage.
And they still didn't even know if that was really his kid or not. It's just because they filed for it and the courts said, oh, you got to pay because they said so.
Fuck.
I'm like, don't you got to like prove that that's yours? Like,
Right first.
Yeah.
You gotta do a blood test first, guys. Come on.
yeah.
You gonna do some kind of genetic study on this? You gonna tell me who my child is?
Yeah.
Like a woman's never lied about that before.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, no woman would ever lie about that. Oh my god.
Oh shit. A Prophet.
I'm just gonna leave
How's it going, DFS?
How
Blind
you
Fury.
doing, Prophet?
Blind
Curtis'
Fear.
new nickname, Blind Fury.
The Blind Fury.
So what's going on in Prophet Land?
I've been just repacking a bunch of Black Series, the list on Mercari.
Hell yeah, are you banking on Mercari right now?
I don't know if I'd call it banking, but you know, doing all right.
All right, hell yeah. I've been selling on Mercari. Let me show you. Let me show you what I got going on here.
Yeah, I've got July 1st, that Snake Armor pops out, along with the Bully McGuire Spider-Man figure. So I got to make sure I have enough dough to cover that shit.
Did you get me one?
Get you one what?
Snake armor?
See if this shows
I can
up.
barely afford my own.
Yeah, you see there. Oh, it's not showing up all the way. It says five sales. That's how much money I made out of selling 5 things.
Wow. Yeah, you're doing way better than I am.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I sold some pretty good things, right? It was all toys. It was toys. And yeah, that's I have a lot more to sell.
I think it's going to get harder to sell here.
Oh,
Yeah, I've let's see. I have sold. I've had 74 sales.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And I've made like just shy of $3,000.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're ranking it in. You're ranking it in.
Yeah, not on your level though. Damn, man. I'd have to sell a kidney for that kind of money.
Shit. I'm tempted to start selling some Diaclone.
You go side?
I'm tempted. I know it's
I'm gonna be selling pretty much everything except G.I. Joe and wrestling.
Oh shit. Yeah, I'm thinking I might sell my Diaclone just to supplement my down payment on the home. I'm debating.
Not a bad. I mean, are you gonna buy in California again, or are you gonna?
Yeah, I gotta buy here just because my job is over here. Or I could technically buy somewhere else and then retire, go over there. Huh. But then I'd have to like maintain a property while I'm living.
I'll be back. I gotta let the dogs outside. I'm gonna fill up my drink.
And the universal question of who let the dogs out has once again been answered.
Who let the dogs out?
Yeah, it'd be badass if I moved the fuck out of California.
I mean, you'd probably, you could probably get an identical house for half the price in one of your neighboring states.
Or what if I got something in Mexico?
Oh shit, man! You for the price of a house in California, you could live like a king there.
Yeah, maybe I should look into a beach city in Mexico and maybe purchase. Yeah. Huh. That might be a better idea for me for the long run. And get the hell out of the whole fucking
From what
country.
I understand, the women are better there too.
Oh, they're a lot better. Everything about them is better.
My buddy Jim, he's Mexican. He's from just outside of Mexico City, apparently, and he's one of those rare blonde Mexicans.
All right.
Yeah, he says when he goes home, they call him Gringo because of his hair.
Right. That's my uncle. My uncle, the French and our genetics shined through on him a lot. So he's got like these blue eyes and light colored hair.
Nice. Well, the crazy thing is he still has like Mexican facial features, but his hair is blonde, you know.
Huh.
But he had
doesn't
told
even
me
look
that
like
he
my
was
dad. That's weird.
He had told me that he was going to visit his grandmother, and he was going to be down there for a couple of months. And he said, I'm like, oh, are you going down there for any specific reason other than visiting your grandmother? He's like, to find a wife. Motherfucker came back with a wife.
Goddamn. 3 months?
I believe it was just shy of 4 months. Yeah.
All right. I'm saving my time off right now.
It came back with a wife. She's 100% loyal to him. Like,
all right. I got a month.
Way more attractive than any of the women he was able to make time with here in Chicago.
Right on.
She's fit, which is something none of the women here could say.
Hell yeah. She could probably cook.
It's strange, man, the way that the way times have changed. I saw a meme the other day. It said they no longer wish they all could be California girls. And it was like a couple of like overweight trans men with like super thick clown makeup and and the multicolored hair and all that. And I used to be like the envy of the country, with the muscle beach bodies and the
right
tan skin and the hair, and now they're like, just like, I don't know. See, now that's one thing like the trans women, like one disadvantage that they have is they haven't had a lifetime of learning how to put on makeup. So when they're wearing it, it literally looks like clown makeup.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, Prophet. A lot of the women around here wear makeup in a way that makes them look like a clown, in my opinion. And and I don't get it. I really don't get it, because when they don't wear makeup, I think it is so beautiful. And then they put on all this fucking makeup, and it makes them look, like you're saying, just like a clown. The words right out of my mouth, and it's whack. It's whack.
Right. I mean, the most clownish thing about women, like when I was in my 20s, was when they would like pluck out their regular eyebrows and pencil out new ones.
Yeah, draw them up
like
here
with the high arch. It's like, oh my God, where's your squeaky nose to go with those eyebrows?
Yeah, I have an aunt, and she fucking got her fucking eyebrows removed, and she fucking got new ones tattooed above her fucking eyebrows.
Wow. See, when I was younger, I made a couple of tattoo mistakes that I wish I hadn't, because like there's something people don't think about when they're young, and they get those tattoos. It's like your skin's gonna shrivel up,
Yeah, like, even my tattoos, like when I got them when I was 19, they're starting to bleed, right? Like the here, I'll show you. Let me turn a light on this motherfucker. And I don't want I don't even want to get tattoos. Like if I did, I would just buy a tattoo gun and just start tattooing myself.
Right.
But I don't really want to support. So it's a pirate ship, right?
Right.
It's kind of
Yeah,
hard
like
to
a
tell the
silhouette.
detail. It's kind of hard to tell the detail unless you're here.
Yeah,
So
because it just looks like a pirate ship silhouette.
right. So you know, even from a distance, it's just looking like a silhouette. You know, even my anchor is kind of bleeding and shit. So you know, it is what it is. I could go get some color put over it. You know, maybe. But I don't really see a
Right.
need.
I was watching a story the other day. Apparently, Pete Davidson is like having all of his tattoos removed.
Huh.
And he said it's like an 18-month process of going in, getting them lasered, and then letting it heal, going
Pete
back in,
Davidson?
getting them lasered again.
Let me see. Oh, this is a young guy. He's an actor and comedian.
Yeah, he's from Saturday Night Live. He's
31.
not very funny.
Yeah, I'm not either. So, but this guy, I mean, you're 31, and I mean, at least you're still kind of young and you're making that decision, right? It would suck if you were like 51 and you were like, fuck, time to get the tattoos removed.
No, I mean at that point, what's the point? Like, you know, I'm 52 now. I'm not going to have any tattoos removed. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
just let's live with my mistakes at this point.
Well, I want to make more mistakes, but I want to make them greater. Like I want the serpent that comes out of my ear and then is whispering into my mouth, coming like right here. But I know how socially unacceptable that would be. And that's the only thing that would stop me. I mean, it'd be worse than getting a tear. It'd be the ultimate fuck you. And I don't even know if my job would be okay with that.
Right. Well, and that's why I say, like, you know, unless you're very secure in your career, don't get tattoos that you can't cover up with clothing. You know, I knew this guy when I was younger. His name was Louis, and he got like puppet lines tattooed from the corners of his mouth down his chin to make his like face look like a puppet.
Yeah.
And now if he doesn't like grow a goatee, like he can't work anywhere respectable, you know?
Oh fuck.
Because he's got these tattoos on his face.
Over here, there's tribal tattoos that they come down right here. They're pretty common over here.
Is anybody
well,
here?
It's different if it's a tribal thing. Like for example, you know, if I was you know, Samoan, like
Right.
I'd probably be covered in tattoos and it wouldn't affect any ability to get a job because it's almost like it's, you know, it's like a religion almost.
Exactly. It's seen differently.
Right.
It's for war.
Yeah, this guy.
All those tattoos are for war, man.
He was.
Or
This
what?
is not for any religion. He was like, you know, in a metal band, and he thought it would look good. And it's like, all right, that's great, but dude, you're not in a successful metal band. You're in a garage band. You know,
Hey,
it's like
it's his memory. All right.
well, you know, now, you know, I bumped into him a couple of years ago and he regrets it. You know, like I said, he has to constantly keep a goatee to hide it.
That's crazy. Yeah. Fuck. I don't know. It says
Now imagine if he was a girl, like he couldn't keep a goatee to hide it. You know what I mean? He'd literally have no choice but to get them laser removed.
Yeah,
and from what I understand, it's not a cheap process either.
Yeah,
it's twice as expensive to get them off than it is to get them on.
Yeah, I mean, it's an expensive mistake, I would say.
Well, you always got the sander.
I mean,
well, so the most expensive mistake most men make is marriage.
Yeah, You have a good point there, but I wouldn't say that's always a mistake. I'm not gonna say it's always
No, that's why I said some men.
No, it's most men because most of it's a mistake.
Okay,
It's harder. It's harder to find good women nowadays. Yeah, I said
Well,
that.
that's because of where men are looking, right?
That's
If you
that's
find
true.
your woman,
That's true,
if you
Buffett.
find your woman in church, you're probably going to find yourself a decent woman.
Yeah, you're probably
I've been
right.
looking for church, man.
You're
They're
probably
almost
right.
the same thing, man. Just churches are rolling. They're changing with the times. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to
Hope
say
not.
it.
I hope.
You know,
I don't know. Honestly,
they change with the pulp
throughout
culture.
my life, the only successful marriages that I've seen, because my mother, she's been like an avid like churchgoer since I was like 10 years old. And of all of her married church friends, only one couple has gotten divorced.
Oh god.
Like the 30 others are all still happily together.
I hate these stories.
Yeah, my mom and dad are together until my dad passed, 52 years.
Nice.
And their church, well, they're not church, they're God-fearing people, but they don't go to church. They gave up on the church because they wanted too much money. They wanted like over half my dad's General Motors paycheck.
Oh damn.
The hell?
Yeah, it was
What religion were they attending?
that was Lutheran. That was a
Oh,
Lutheran.
Lutheran, huh? Wow.
Jesus.
But it's not all Lutherans are like that. Just like I know all Roman Catholics aren't the same, even though the Roman Catholic people, the higher ups, cause a lot of shit.
Right. Well, that's where that joke
the
comes
course
from. Like, how do you get a nun pregnant? You dress her like an altar boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. I like what Doe is saying there. But fuck Kaz, 3 down, 4 to go. My dad is on his 3rd right now.
Oh yeah, Doe says Ed Prophet. Sorry, man. The party girls have gone to church to trick the church guys now.
Yes.
Well, see, I'm
right.
Well,
men aren't showing up to any of those singles gatherings anymore. Right?
Nope.
You got these like event coordinators like trying to get men to show up to their events. They got to pay like $150 to get into the thing. And you would think, oh, hey, well, nowadays you look at those singles events and it's like 200 men to like 10 or 200 women to like 10 men.
God dang.
And you're like, oh, well, you got to do well there. But no, because you go there, you go with the prettiest girl that'll have you. And of course, when you're basing your relationship on nothing but appearance, it's doomed for failure.
Right.
Because if that's all that you're dating her for, well, looks don't last forever. Eventually those looks are going to fade. And
that's why you got to date them enough to meet her mom to see what her mom looks like.
I'm not doing any of that shit anymore. I'm not. I refuse to get into a physical relationship with a woman because I am so fucking cool that they have to be my friend first. And I already know how fucking cool I am and how fucking patient I am. You can't get any fucking cooler, right? So I ain't gonna budge on that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I don't disagree with you, sir. Yeah, and that's the most important thing, right? Like, I was in a long-term relationship before, and the girl was always wondering, like, why I hung out with my friends more than her. And I'm like, well, because I can go hang out at my friend's house, and we can sit there without talking for 3 hours and have it not be a problem. Exactly. Like you need to fill every second we're together with useless conversation. It's like, why can't we just exist near each other? Like, are you so insecure that you need me to talk to you every second we're together? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. That's why it's like they got to be your friend. They got to feel you and all that shit, and you got to know it. And that's
right. If you can't enjoy a comfortable silence with somebody, how are you supposed to live with that person?
Dude, I basically had a college class with my ex-wife, and the teacher put us against each other to debate, and it was basically about that. I think that was the beginning of the fall of our relationship because I smoked her on that one. Everybody in that classroom agreed with me.
Your teacher was probably trying to hit that as something. He's like, "Oh, I'll get them arguing, and then I'll be able to nail his wife."
Yeah.
Geek is here.
Who?
Geek, the home world geek.
How's it going, Ed?
Where?
Yeah, Ed. So Doe says, "See a ton of
And
stories."
men have gotten smart, right? That's why these singles events are full of women and no men, because men have gotten smart, right? They understand like that more than 50% of marriages fail, and the court systems lean towards the women 90% of the time.
Right.
It's like getting married is like, stepping in line and going, "Hey, is this the line to lose half my shit?"
That's the fact, and that's the way I really look at it, Prophet, and that's the way I treat it. So I am taking it really seriously.
It's the number one reason why people won't live in Texas.
And hopefully I get it right this next time. I'm really hoping I get it right. Dude, there's lots of women I'm talking to and hanging out with, and they're all so beautiful, but none of them have rang the bell, so to speak, and that's the way it's got to be.
Mm-hmm.
Kaz says, "Man, I love life answering to no one. I don't care about none of that shit, laughing my ass off. Plus, I don't want no more kids." And I still say you need 2 more, man. You're too short of a baseball team.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Hopefully it ain't like that. We'll see what the next one's like. I'll let you guys know when I come back here crying.
Hey, man, like I said, man, just do what my buddy Jim did, brother. Go down to Mexico and find yourself a wife, man.
I need to write that down and really remember that.
I don't know about Mexico,
don't bring her up here and let her talk to American chicks, man. You remember, what was it, Eddie Murphy Raw?
I'm an American woman
he was
now.
talking about like I went to Africa and I got myself,
I'm American woman.
But then you bring her back here and she starts talking to those American girls.
All right, it's all
and
over.
She gets all angry and privileged and
privileged.
I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was hilarious when he's talking about,
He said there was a big bone in her nose. That was funny. Talking. I'm an American woman now, Eddie.
Oh my God.
I am American woman now, Eddie. Half. I want half.
Yes.
Oh shit. Oh my God.
Why do you think women have money all the time? Because they work, they get paid well. They get paid.
I know some women that work and get paid well,
and they have all the other men buy their shit.
Well, the funny thing is when you get like, what do they call themselves? The boss bitches.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't understand. I make $100,000 a year. I have a great job. I'm a boss bitch. Why don't men want me? And it's like, that's not what men are attracted to.
Exactly.
Men want to feel needed, and you don't make them feel needed. You make them feel useless.
Right. Yeah. You can't. Yeah. That's one of the things that, like, I have a best friend who's a woman, right? And I'm not attracted to her. I was attracted to her a long time ago, like 20 years ago. But she's got 3 kids. It's, it ain't there no more. But she's still my best friend, like really close. And, I love her to death. But, I can't hit that. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't about to. So it's one of those things, even the trade-offs aren't even that great. Just because you have that kind of relationship with somebody, you might not even be able to invite them into your life any further. You know, I think about like our lifestyles are way different. Like I eat healthy, they don't, type of thing. There's no compatibility. Even just getting along with somebody is not good enough.
Right.
You see my
Right. Well,
he saw my
I have a similar friend that I've been friends with since we were like 13 years old. And you know, she wanted to date me like all those years ago and stuff, and then we were never single at the same time, right? And then over the course of a couple of decades, she got herself 3 or 4 kids, right? And then I go over to hang out with her when we're both single, and you know, her kids are just wilding out like all over the place, and you know, one of her kids was like fucking with my car. And I told the kid, I'm like, hey, man, don't touch my, you know, get off the car like that.
Yeah,
And she's like, don't talk to my kid like that. And I'm like, oh, well, this is already over before it even started.
Right.
You know,
right.
you're gonna tell me that I can't even stop your kid from fucking with my car? Like, no, we're not even in this. Like, I could tell that, you know, the reason your kids wild out is because you're trying to be their friend instead of their mom,
Right.
which means you let them walk all over you.
Right.
And you're gonna put them before any man that comes into your life. Which rightly so, you know, but at least, you know, if you're not gonna let me tell your kids to behave, you make your kids behave, you know, something.
Yeah.
But I will not be dominated by children. You know what I mean? Especially not children I didn't make.
No. Yeah, there's a mutual respect thing that goes on with kids, and you know, if they respect you and they understand that you have a certain level of respect for them, then you can maintain that. But you know, when puberty strikes, things start getting a little awry.
Right. Well, and that's the thing, because a lot of women, you know, expect the guy to come in and like take care of them and their kids, but give the man no quarter to, like, you know, be a disciplinarian in that life. It's like, well, hold on. If you want me to take care of them, then I need to be in charge here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let your children dominate me. You know, if I'm paying for them.
Yeah, hopefully I find a real one, Geek. These women out here, they're pretty crazy, dude. And I'm not gonna get into them.
Doe says at Geek Life, life-size seamless bodies. And I'll tell you, Doe, you know, when Japan perfects that sex robot, I might just take that road.
Well, M3 said he's gonna get, if he was still dating, he would buy $7, one for each day of the week.
Right? He'd be like
different
Charlie
flavors.
Sheen without the risk of AIDS.
Right. Well, now that I'm getting older, I'm not just attracted to women anymore. I'm attracted to robots and cars and motorcycles and trucks and heavy equipment
And toys.
and all kinds of machines. Like I could get an erection on them.
Right. And you know what? That's kind of where I'm at, right? I'm more interested in doing what I want to do than getting my dick wet.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So like,
Right.
like you said, if I was going to get involved in a relationship, she would have to prove herself as like a friend for a long time before I even considered any type of physical relationship.
Hell no. I don't even. Yeah, I won't tell a woman those physical things. I won't get on that level with her until I see it. I'll tell her things like, "Hey, I like talking to you. You're cool to hang out with. I like you for this reason, for that reason." But I'm not going to tell her you're beautiful and all this other fucking shit and get into all that until I see it.
Right. Right. I mean, you got to be smart, man. You got to protect yourself, not just your money, but also your mental health.
Right.
Yeah, protect yourself. We're called Jimmy hats. Have you ever seen us?
I was in one relationship, and for the last few months of it, I was like constantly sick. Like I had a cold all the time or whatever. And a friend of mine came by, and he's like, bro, why can't you see, man? It's her. She's making you sick. She's stressing you out all the time, and it's affecting your health. And we broke up like a couple weeks later, and all of a sudden, magically, I was healthy. I'm like, holy shit, he was right.
It's real.
He was 100% right. She was affecting my health.
Yeah.
And that's why men die before their wives.
And another thing is that women, they steal your mojo. They steal it. They're like, they reap it from your soul. And you have to constantly be working hard you got to drink more water. You got to fucking do all kinds of shit to get that shit back.
Exercise.
Well, I've got one friend, I've known him since we were little kids. And he's married to a very large woman. They have a bunch of kids together now, and dude, she like belittles him in front of his friends, and God forbid there's a female around, she like literally like just dominates him.
Wow.
One time one of his female friends was over, and there were a lot of us over. It was like 10 of us just over at his house for a barbecue, and the female friend was talking to him. And his wife literally walked up behind him and like dry humped him like she had a strap on or something, like right in front of everybody. And it's like, wow, like either Steve's in one of those S&M relationships, or she's very insecure.
Yeah.
Shit.
But it's like, because that's the thing too. Like, one of the goals of like, an insecure person, and this isn't just women, men will do this too. If you're anybody who's in a relationship with someone who's insecure, one of that person's like weapons to keep you in their lives is to make you feel like you can't do better than them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's crazy. And the way I see it now is I'm 40 fuck years old, right? I only got like 40 years left before dementia starts kicking in.
Hey, dementia's supposed to be kicking in earlier nowadays.
Well, for my grandma is starting to kick in already, and dude, it's like, it's so hard. It's so hard when you're there and you put a smile on your face and they don't even know who the fuck you are or why you're there. And you're there to fucking pick up their trash and to change their fucking diaper shit and all that. And,
Yeah.
and they're talking to you like you're still 5 years old.
Yeah. I don't want to leave a wife where she has to change my diapers. I'd rather have a nurse do it.
Right. I hope I never get there. I just hope.
I hope I never get there neither.
Maybe I could plan something out where through some extravagant turn of events, I end up taking my life at 75.
Oh, I've designed a contraption. Basically, yeah. I'll have a grave-size hole dug that I can roll up to in my wheelchair, and all I'll have to do is like stand up and fall forward. And when I fall forward, it'll knock a stick out of the way that will tip a drum over and bury me.
Fuck yes. Ed doesn't find this funny at all.
What's finding funny?
Pete Davidson. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying our conversation.
Yeah, Ed, I don't find it funny.
I think suicide is funny.
I don't find Pete Davidson funny either, Ed.
I haven't checked him out yet.
I don't understand how that man like he's not an attractive man.
But Bruce is popping off in chat.
And he and he dates like all the like hottest like celebrities and shit. I was like, how does this guy pull this off?
Because he's funny.
He's not though.
I'm telling you, once you get propped up, that's where you're at. You know what I'm saying? You just need to get propped up.
Maybe he's part of Scientology or something. I don't know.
You just got to get propped up. It's all about getting the props, and once you get there, you maintain it. Don't do the Kara thing or whatever that girl's name was. Don't cancel yourself out. Just maintain it.
What one of my favorite things in you remember the Suicide Squad, the second one, the one that James Gunn directed?
Yeah.
Like watching Pete Davidson get his face blown off for being the traitor. It was like one of my favorite parts of that whole movie. Like on the beach scene in the opening, he's like, "Hey guys, we're over here," and they blow his face off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Let me see that. See,
Yeah, M3 says he can't get on here tonight.
he's busy.
He's not busy.
Busy.
He's not chatting away. He's not busy.
He's swinging a bat, and they found out about him. That's what Toad says. Even the dudes.
No, I think he got a new doll tonight. It came in the mail today.
Oh, according to Doe, Pete Davidson scores because he's hung like a horse.
Right.
And M3, incidentally, must have been with Pete Davidson because he says his pussy hurts.
Ooh, he takes it in the bunghole.
Yeah. What I'm telling you, once you get propped up, everyone's gonna say you're cute no matter what the fuck you look like. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw a meme earlier today. Man, it was hilarious. It said Hollywood is putting up all these like mid actresses now. It's like, we need someone to come and change this. And then it showed a picture of what's his name? Weinstein. As if Weinstein being gone is why there's no more attractive women like making movies. It's like, oh my God, dude.
He ran through him left and right. Hell yeah. I've run through him left and right, though. It's fucking crazy. I can't even. Oh shit! Is this live? Yeah, it is. All right, I can't keep speaking on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Over the last I guess 15 years now, I started dating somebody, and immediately you could tell they make shit up because they contradict what they said 5 minutes ago. And I'm like, this is the way that's going. We're done.
Oh fuck. Oh shit.
Well, yeah, that's the problem, man. At our age, Curtis, there's so many skeletons in those closets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like going back to Eddie Murphy. It's like what he said. It's like they got so many skeletons in the closet they can't get a sentence out without a bone falling out of their mouth.
Yeah.
Fox News working production title revealed for MCU reboot.
I don't know, but Mexico does have hot weather girls.
Mexico? The weather girls?
Yeah. They have a bunch of weather girls down there. It's like they're all hot. They come on there wearing bikinis and shit.
Oh shit, the weather girls over here are pretty fucking hot. I seen.
Yeah. But they're not wearing bikinis.
But they only
the weather girls were a one-hit wonder.
Hits.
Their only hit was It's Raining Men.
I've never seen a weather girl that doesn't have big ass titties.
Right.
Never. So, what does that tell you? It's a requirement.
That those not titties, they're weather balloons.
They're weather sensing devices.
Oh shit!
That's what makes them good at their job. I stand corrected.
Right? Just look at the sweater. If the nipples are hard, it's going to be cold that weekend.
They can tell. I mean, with all the storage of the lard in there, the change of the weather does things. But I think old people get that effect with their bones too. So maybe. No,
Yeah, I don't know what it was, man, but when you said like lard, describing what's inside the titties, I thought of the 40-year-old virgin when he's like, yeah, it feels like a bag of sand.
Bag of sand. Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh shit. Fuck.
How many body
Noah
counts?
died from Cheers today. He was 76.
Who did?
Norm from
76?
Cheers.
That's
Norm did? Dang.
Yeah, well, he probably died at 76 because he was 76 pounds overweight.
Fuck. So I went to the doctor.
That's
and
pretty.
they said,
That's pretty good for an overweight person.
the doctor said that I have perfect health and that my charts could be framed on the wall. That all of my levels are perfect, and that my body fat and my heart rate and everything is absolutely perfect.
Nice.
Show off.
Congratulations, brother.
Thank you. Yeah.
It sounds to me like you're not gonna have to worry
That's
about
awesome.
being dead by 80, bro. You might live to 100.
I don't want to live that long. Yeah,
That's awesome though that your stuff's all good.
Yeah, it is cool. It feels good, but I'm hungry all the time.
Hungry all the time. Hungry all the time.
Well, you know, if Bo was here, he'd tell you just eat more ass.
Eat more ass.
From the rooter to the tutor.
That could be a possibility. Yeah. Tomorrow's gonna be.
Hey, do you guys want to go to the Philippines with me and try their delicacy?
Pussy?
Cow vagina.
Yeah, I
It's an actual delicacy meal. It's like
Nah, there's plenty of cow vagina here in the States.
No, I'd rather just go there and get prostitutes.
Prostitution.
Like everyone else. No, I've never actually paid for sex. Never.
Not even like when you bought
I
a
kind of
porn.
want to.
Have you ever bought a porn?
Oh, I've paid for sex, but not from a prostitute. Trust me, like every girl I've ever dated has found a way to make me pay for sex.
That's true. There's only one time I got it without having to pay, and that was with a waitress. But I think I paid in the long run. But the doctor said I don't have any STDs.
Not this guy neither.
Yeah, they always find a way to make you pay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back because
I mean, a lot of guys, it's not always a financial burden that they put on you. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like, sometimes it's something as little as like stealing your day off. Right? It's like what Bill Burr said. When you're dating a woman, she'll look at the calendar, see an empty day for you, and be like, oh, let's fill it up with shit. Oh, I noticed you're not working. Do you want to go to brunch?
No, I got all this work for you to do here.
Right? Oh, you're not working? Here, can't you fix that doorknob? Can't you fix that kitchen cabinet?
Oh, man, that's like my grandma. Oh, she's crazy, dude. She's like, oh, you're working from home today? I need this and that and that and this. Right. No.
They're always breaking shit, too. And they don't understand why it breaks.
No one told you you're
right. It's like, no, I'm not here for that. I'm here to relax. Oh, but you're a man. You're not supposed to relax. You're always supposed to be doing shit. Your grandfather always did shit. It's like, yes, grandfather was always out in the garage to get away from you.
Yeah. Yep. That's a fact. That's why the yard was perfect.
Yeah, there wasn't that much stuff to do back then, so you take off into the garage or say, I got to go work.
Right.
I remember it was like It was a like I think it was like a battery commercial or something. And the old woman's just like yelling at the old man, and he just turns his hearing aid off.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's some crazy ass commercials back in the day, dude.
Yeah. I mean, my life is like a commercial.
Was that?
I said my life is like a commercial. The other morning, Grandma, she pissed me off. She didn't. It was like she didn't know who the fuck I was, and and when she finally realized who I was, she told me she needed help with something, and I said, "There's no way I'm gonna fucking help you because you don't even know who the fuck I am." I lost it. I really lost it. But it's sad. It really is sad, and but it hurts when you're in that situation. It hurts. I'm still trying to get over it. I'm like, fuck, this woman isn't even gonna remember who the fuck I am anymore.
Yeah, my grandmother went through Alzheimer's, and the thing is, like, you know, the whole she frustrated the whole family, right, with the craziness. But the saddest bit was the few moments where she was cognitive, and she would realize how much time had passed since the last time she was cognitive.
Oh fuck.
You know what I mean? And like it would just be like a tear fest because like she realized, you know, just how much of a burden she'd been the whole time. You know what I mean? And of course, it never lasted long, maybe 20 minutes, and then she was back to being, you know, incognizant, whatever.
Wow.
But yeah, that was a rough couple of years, man.
Damn.
My
I'm still trying to figure it out.
two of my sister-in-laws work for a senior citizen home. The stories they have, they're always talking to women or going from room to room at night trying to get some. It's crazy. Like they have to stop them. They catch them doing it. This shit's crazy.
Well, you know, and we're basically right now in America, we're building a whole generation of that because you know, a lot of the like women today, they're basing their entire lives. Like I blame shit like OnlyFans and like internet attention, right? But their whole lives are based on like attention from men, you know, that shallow validation. And it's like, all right, well, how are you gonna survive when your looks are gone? You know what I mean? It's like if your whole life has been based on validation over your physical attributes, what are you going to do when you no longer have those physical attributes? You're going to be miserable. You know, like develop some skills, get a hobby.
Yeah, I was with a stripper and she was telling me how much money she was making. It was comparable like to my wages at the time and shit. And I told her, I said, what are you going to do when your looks can't support that? You know, she got fucking pissed.
I didn't think of it that way, motherfucker.
I never thought of that.
Right. Well, because in her mind, she's probably thinking like, you know, when the money starts to slow down, I'm just going to get some rich dude to marry me. And it's like, dude, no rich guy's going to put a ring on on the finger of a used up woman.
Yeah.
Nope.
And I'm sorry if there's women in the chat that are angry about hearing that, but at the end of the day,
there's no women in the chat.
It's, you know, that's what it boils down to, man. It's
they're at least not getting the man
you
they
don't
want
men to objectify you, but you're objectifying yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
if you're selling feet pics on the internet, you are making an object out of yourself.
Yeah,
those men don't know who you are. They don't care about you.
I'm not gonna do it. I mean, I did it and I was successful with it at being complimented on the physical aspects and getting a hookup and all that shit. I'm not gonna do it anymore. I decided it's not worth it. I really need to focus on the real shit. And
exactly, that's what
I was successful. I got laid. I fucked a girl in my office, and you know, I'm not gonna do that anymore.
So what happened with that?
Well, I
Did
fucked
she
her in
come
my
back
office.
for more or no?
Well, I didn't. I personally did not want it anymore. I mean, because she smokes cigarettes, and I can't. I don't fuck with that shit at all. You know.
Well, you tasted the cigarettes?
Well,
Brother,
no,
you just
I taste it.
reminded me of Forrest Gump. I'm sorry, Lieutenant Dan. She tastes like cigarettes.
Yes.
I
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Well, no, she still texts me, and she's cool. But she don't send me nudes anymore.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, but she it scared me though, because when I was like kind of done with her, she was telling me that she was thinking it wasn't going to work out in the long run. And I'm like, I don't care if it's not going to work out in the long run, lady. Like, that's not what this was about. Like, we can be cool and not have anything work out in the long run. Don't worry about that. We'll still be cool. And
Yeah.
and so she was really cool with that, like that aspect. But it scared me because I was like, did she give me an STD? What the fuck?
Well, you know, and a lot of them say that's cool, right? But then when it doesn't work out, they're all angry about it, you know?
Yeah, and I don't want to know.
Like, I was honest with you from the start. I don't understand where this is coming from.
Yeah,
You
I don't
know,
want to know.
I told you that this was just going to be, you know, we were just going to have some fun and then, you know, move on. And now, you know, I moved on and you're pissed. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Right.
and I'm never gonna do that again. I'm never. And then if I invite a woman out to have fun, we're gonna have fun, and it's not gonna be something like that. Like, we're gonna go out and we're gonna do normal friend things, and I'm gonna be real me, and that's it.
Yep.
No extracurriculars.
Yep.
Curtis,
I'm not here to impress you. You're here to impress me.
Well, it's not even about that. If we can have fun together, if we can genuinely laugh and have fun together and maintain all that, and there's no pressure, and I don't feel any of that pressure, and I ain't putting that pressure on you, then maybe there could be something in the long run.
Yeah.
Because even if things, were to fall apart physically, we still have to be fucking friends.
Yeah.
Right. You know, I went to see a movie with a girl who I was just friends with. Right. And it was just, you know, it was
That
just
movie
me
was a
and
good
her.
movie.
And, you know, initially I had like invited other people, but nobody else was busy. I really wanted to see the movie. So I went, you know, it was just the two of us.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, I tried to get her own popcorn, you know, and she said no, she'll just share with me, and insisted on the popcorn, like being in my lap the whole time, like me holding it and all that, so she could reach over. And then afterwards, I drop her off and she tries to kiss me. I'm like, what are you doing?
This is a
I'm
friend
like,
thing.
we're friends. This is not, you know, this wasn't a date. I don't know why you got that impression.
Right. There's no pressure on that regard, and there shouldn't be.
Right.
And yeah, because if you guys generally do have a good time, you're gonna fucking know it, and you don't have to put that pressure. And like, oh man, I've been through it. I've been through it before where it was right. I know when it's right, and I've been through it where it's wrong.
I mean, I literally just wanted to like go see a movie and then bullshit with a friend about the movie afterwards.
Uh-huh.
Right.
You know, but apparently in her mind it was a date, and I never said it was a date. I never made any type of romantic gesture or anything like that. I didn't get out of the car and open the door for her or anything like that. You know, we each paid for our own tickets. I mean, yes, I bought the snacks, I guess, but I mean that, you know, maybe that was my mistake, right? Maybe if I'd made her buy her own snacks, she wouldn't have thought it was a date.
Yeah.
Geek, if she can do the dishes and get a real job, maybe I'll marry her. And she knows how to cook. Those are the requirements. I didn't even have to say, I didn't even say anything about her physically or about the sex or anything. unfortunately, I watch a couple. What does Doe say? Crazy relationship stuff. Actually lived through myself. Oh my god, dude. Oh man, yeah, I've been through the jealous woman, the woman you don't even know if she's faithful. It's crazy. It's a zoo out there. It's a fucking zoo.
Yeah.
Right. In more ways than one, man, because they're all animals.
They're all animals. They're all doing something different. They're all doing something different. You never even know.
Yep. Yep. You never know.
But no.
Like, I had to argue with my my youngest brother, like, was claiming he doesn't drink pop no more.
Pop?
Yeah. And then me and my brother that was born after me was like, dude, you drink pop at our house. I'm like, yeah, you do. What are you talking about? Like, and his wife was like, come on, guys, I think I would know. I live with him. I'm like, well, yeah, he is at work. I'm sure he goes out every once in a while and grabs a pop. or soda, whatever you want to call it.
Oh man.
And this shit was just that's the thing I get in arguments with my sister-in-laws all the time because they say stupid shit like that. And I'm just like, after a few times I say something. And then
No, Ed, he means pop. He lives in Michigan.
Yeah, pop.
Yeah.
A cola. Soda pop.
He says, damn Yankees clinging it pop. What's
Over
clinging?
here they call it like a Coke or a Pepsi or whatever.
Oh, you guys are just mad because you guys lost. You get mad at everything we do up here.
Clinging it pop.
He said calling it.
Yeah. And Joe's over there.
I don't know. I like clinging it better.
Yeah.
Shit. No, there's a reason I'm single and I've been single this long. It's because I've never been able to commit really to a woman. Even when they told me, hey, let's move the fuck out and move on and have a life together, I would always be like, no, I'm not going to do that. I needed to be here to take care of my family. And now I'm at the point in my life where I'm like, I don't want to take care of my family. I'm done with them. I need to find a new family.
See, me, I think the main reason that I have never found that life partner is because I'm too selfish, man. I like doing what I like to do, and anybody who's going to get in the way of me doing what I like to do, I'll give you an example. I used to play Magic the Gathering, right?
Right on, Rob.
And I would go by my buddy's house and we would play Magic, like 8 of us around his kitchen table.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd come back and my girl would be like, why do you have to be such a dork and play that stupid Magic all the time? And I said, well, if you'd like, I could spend my paycheck the way your sister's boyfriend does and blow it at the bar and come home wasted drunk and slap you around. And she'd be like, no, I'm glad you're a nerd. I'm like, then stop giving me shit about it.
Right.
Stop giving me shit.
Yeah.
I hear you on that one, man.
Yeah, being a nerd is a good thing, I'm telling you. I mean,
right. A lot of girls they worry about their guys go hang out with their guy friends and they worry about their guy cheating. Yeah. Right? You never have to worry about that with if you're dating a nerd. Right? If we're hanging out with our friends, we're fucking gaming or something. You know what I mean? We're playing the PlayStation or playing Magic or playing Dungeons and Dragons or something, You're definitely not cheating in that environment.
Yeah, it's one of those things too where you always wonder how people spend their money.
Oh no, yes.
Do they gamble it?
Dude, read what Doe said.
I can't understand that. I mean, you have a gold head.
Yeah, right you are, man. Let me tell you, man.
That's good.
Keeping this thing polished is no easy task.
He don't go to the barber shop. He goes to the polish shop.
Oh man, I think I might be more attracted to bikes and to cars and to robots than to women at this point. I do tell my bike that I love it.
Hey, then maybe instead of Mexico, you should go to Japan because there you could get a robot woman.
Yeah.
And after I ride, I know how I'm in love with it.
Hey, no, you've got a point there, right? Like I'll give you a great example. Like when I complete a badass custom, right, and I'm looking at that finished product, that brings me more joy than any woman ever has.
Damn. Yeah. I'm trying to think. What has brought me more joy than women? A lot of things. Really. If I think about it. Because I don't have a kid. No woman's ever helped me bring a life into this world or anything like that. And if I was selfish and said it was something related to sex, fuck, I could jack off. You know what I'm saying?
Right, man. You're talking like 3 minutes and then a nice little release and then you're done with it, you know?
Nah, yeah.
And if you jerk off, you can go right back to looking at your custom afterwards and not have to take it to dinner or, you know, pay for its hair and nails.
Yeah, and they do last a lifetime.
Damn.
Oh, shit. And Mary Jane, you're right, Rob. I love Mary Jane so much. I smoke.
Best girl I've ever
days.
dated.
All right. I smoke her for 15 days straight, and then I quit for 15 days straight.
Wash your hands.
Yeah. And I say goodbye, and then I do it again. I love it again. And I love her so much. I have to say goodbye.
My gummy's starting to kick in, man. I feel it now. Well, not feel it, but it's coming. It's coming.
A show called Humans that had Gemma-chan.
Is that some Godzilla shit or something?
I gotta look this
I don't
shit
know,
up.
but now I got to look up Gemma Chan.
Gemma Chan's an actress. Humans. You see, it's a new show so I'm out of the equation on this.
What is it?
It's a show.
Oh, Humans with the robots. Yeah, I only saw like 3 or 4 episodes, and then like I don't know what happened, but they like took it off up here or something. Huh. I haven't watched the rest of it. I want to watch that thing. That was good. It was weird, dude.
Oh, I did. I finally finished watching Andor, and man, that's some of the best Star Wars in a long time, man.
I got to rewatch the last 2 episodes because it threw me off, and I think it's because I missed certain little spots. You know, like say how they say like a year later. I missed like little things like that, and it threw me off on some things. So I got to rewatch it again.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. I thought it was great. Ed apparently disagrees.
Because like 9, 8, and 7 were pretty damn good. Finally picked up. They were the better part of the.
Andor. I haven't watched Andor. I did watch.
Well, it made the. I have to admit that it did make the same mistake that the first season did. Because the first season there were like 3 or 4 episodes where he's just hanging out with that group and they're preparing for the mission, and it's boring. Well, in this one, it opens up with he steals that TIE fighter prototype. But then he goes to meet his contact, and his contact's been killed by this group of idiots. and they hold him prisoner for 3 episodes, and it's 3 episodes of this group of morons fighting amongst themselves until Andor escapes.
Talk about some morons for real.
Yeah.
That was bad comedy.
Really? It's that bad.
The
Well,
first 3 episodes are kind of slow. Like I
they're
won't
just
say they're
slow.
terrible,
They're
but
slow.
they're not good. But after that, like once Andor leaves them, the show's incredible again.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll put it on. I'll put it maybe.
I think for me on those first 3 episodes, my hype got up really quick when he was up there and he was like, "Oh, they're taking apart from like A New Hope or something," and like, and he walked out and then he took that TIE fighter prototype. I was like, yes. I was like, this is gonna be good. And then it was like drag. I was like, fuck.
Huh. You gotta check this out.
Yeah.
When's the next bullshit like that coming out?
Oh, I have no idea, man.
They
Honestly,
their season.
I've skipped a bunch of Star Wars. I only watched Andor because someone that I trust told me that it's really great. And you know, I gave it a viewing because he said to give it a viewing, and I liked the first season. But I still haven't watched Skeleton Crew. I still haven't watched what was the one with the lesbian witches?
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, the one you guys had me watch parts of when I fast forwarded. But you didn't have me watch it, but you guys had me so curious I had to fucking watch it. Yeah, the name which shall not be spoken.
Yeah. Now, like,
I mean, I genuinely can't remember what it was called.
The
photography, one-word title.
Like that show had the photography, everything was well done. They had good actors and actresses in it. It's just
there it is. Geek Homeworld said it. It's Acolyte.
Acolyte, yeah. It's just
right. And it was run, and the showrunner on it was Harvey Weinstein's right-hand man.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually a girl that thinks she's a man.
Right out there, being all woke when she handed how many young girls to Harvey Weinstein?
Yeah.
See, X-Men 97. I haven't watched X-Men 97 yet. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's got good they could have changed the story a little bit and just changed a little bit of they changed the story, you changed the premise,
change the script.
Yeah. It would have been good because like the costumes and everything were freaking good. I was hoping to see more of what's her name from The Matrix that was in it.
Carrie Ann Moss.
Yeah.
If they had better writing, or if they had a writer who knew the story, then I think I would appreciate it a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I understand, they didn't even call the Force in it.
No, it was, I forgot, they call it string cheese or something like that.
That makes sense.
Hey, the Force is one. I am one with the Force. The Force is one with me, or whatever that is. What was it? What was that saying from Rogue One?
All for one and one for all.
3 Musketeers.
That's what I remember.
Yeah, and this leads up. Oh, the Andor. Back to the Andor thing. It leads up to the movie. So.
Oh, okay.
And the movie is
pretty
the
much
best thing they put out. That movie is the best movie they put out.
Which movie?
By far. The Rogue One is the best movie that Disney made for Star Wars, hands down.
Yeah.
Right.
Not even close.
I liked it. I only watched it one time on purpose.
And then the movie that came out after that, Han Solo, was pretty good. But
I don't know if I saw
everybody Yeah, because a lot of people were protesting because of it came out.
Well, it came out after The Last Jedi,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
people were pretty pissed at
protest.
Star Wars and didn't want to give them money. So
Right.
Solo kind of suffered the consequences. But honestly, I would
Yep.
have been interested to see, what the Solo film would have been had Lord and Miller been able to finish it instead of passing it off to Ron Howard.
Right. And the ending, because the ending had me pretty curious. And the girl in it, she's actually a big part in the like the comic series of the old Star Wars and stuff. She pops in. She's kind of a badass chick, like like a big boss type chick too.
I mean, honestly, I would argue that Rogue One has the best space battle in all of Star Wars.
Yeah.
You're making me want to watch it again. I only watched it one time on purpose.
That space battle over the planetary gate was amazing.
Yes.
And Admiral Raddus is greater than Admiral Akbar.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to watch it again.
I don't know. I was never a big Akbar fan, and I don't know anybody personally that was.
I don't know how to get attached to him.
I mean, honestly, he's famous for one line. It's
Right.
a trap.
Yeah. But I wonder if he was pushed by media or commercial or whatever, however you want to say it.
Well, I think he was pushed by meme culture.
Right. I
Yeah.
think so. And stay on target, that whole thing. That was a thing for a while.
No, that was Red Leader.
Red
Stay
Leader,
on
right?
target. Stay on target.
Kaboom!
Loosen up.
Yeah, for about 10 years straight on the internet, if someone went off topic on a thread, they would post that guy and say, stay on target.
Just a peck hit on the surface.
Oh, man. Those are good. That's probably the most memorable parts of any Star Wars movie for me is that scene.
The Death Star?
Yeah.
The tread run on the Death Star?
Yeah, and then them shooting into the, like, vent or whatever the fuck it was.
Every
know,
time I
man.
hear
For
somebody
me-
say, "Oh, go ahead."
For me,
Go ahead.
it's for me, I think the most memorable bits in all of Star Wars for me is the Dagobah stuff with Luke and Yoda.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that comes to the mind a lot. I always think about that too, because wasn't Yoda speaking backwards or something at first?
Well, apparently Yaddle spoke that way too. So apparently it's kind of like, like I think the way that they viewed it while they were writing the way Yoda spoke, it's like if you were to translate Spanish to English directly, like you wouldn't say things the way you say it in English, right? You'd
Right,
say
right.
the words in English, but the order would be different.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
I need you cut a piece.
I couldn't remember if he was speaking like complete gibberish in the beginning. I can't remember.
He was a wizard.
No, it's like instead of saying I'm going, you're going to Cleveland, it'd be like to Cleveland you are going.
Oh yeah, I remember that part. Yeah. Yeah, I think I don't know. I was probably really young when I saw that the first time. Yeah. Because I was already born when that movie came out. It came out in 87, right?
No, Empire came out in 80.
80.
80?
Yep.
Okay.
Jedi
So-
came out in 83, and that was the last one until 99.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they both came out a few years before I was born.
Well, the original trilogy came out one movie every 3 years.
Wow.
Yep.
I remember doing when they did the special edition and they brought him back to the theater and shit. That was cool.
Mm.
That was fucking badass.
Yeah, and I have to say, like, the additions they made to Empire Strikes Back were fantastic because really all they did were open up the corridors in Cloud City and put windows in and add effects outside and things like that. But the stuff they did to Star Wars, oh God, man, it's like, why did you do this?
Yeah.
You know, having Han step on Jabba's tail, like Jabba wouldn't have him killed for that or whatever.
Yeah.
Jawas falling off of Ron toes because a speeder bike swooped by. It's like, come on, man. Do we really need all this excess CGI?
Yeah, that was tacked on. There was what is it? The ending of Return of the Jedi. How many times did that get revised?
Because they completely got rid of Nub-Yub and added some orchestral piece in its place. It's like, where the hell is Nub-Yub? Like, I just want to hear Nub-Yub.
And then also they added Hayden Christensen to one version as a ghost.
And that makes no sense at all, because Luke, he literally just saw his father's face as David Prowse for the first time. And then he shows up as Hayden Christensen. I mean, Luke has to be looking at Obi-Wan and Yoda going, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
Right? He'd have no idea who that was.
Yeah, he has no idea who the fuck that was. That's the truth. He has no idea.
You know, and another thing I did not appreciate about the special editions was the fact that they revoiced all the stormtroopers and Boba Fett with Tamora Morrison with his voice.
Oh,
and it's like, well, hold on a second. Stormtroopers are not clones at this point.
Oh, yeah.
And you just erased the original Boba Fett actor from the credits for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking bullshit. I forgot all
And
about
I got 2 white Boba Fett's with his signature on them, even though he wasn't in the white gear, but
I
got Jeremy, what's his name's signature on both of them.
I sent the Jeremy Bullock.
Yeah.
I sent the Jeremy Bullock signed silver Boba Fett to Bo.
No way.
Yeah.
A silver Boba Fett?
Yeah, it was like a SD Comic Con from like 2022 or something like that. Or not 2022, 2002.
Damn.
Was it like die-cast or something?
No, it did look like it was made out of metal, but it was a card back and it was an all silver Boba Fett. And then the card back was also like had special, like, you know, silver foiling. So then Jeremy Bullock signed it in a silver pen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, see, I never understood the love for Boba Fett back in the day.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, look, yeah, his armor looked cool and everything.
Yeah, that's
but
what
if you think about what he did in the films at that point, in Empire Strikes Back, all he did was kowtow to Vader, then hide in the garbage, then snitch, and then only faced his enemy when he was already frozen in carbonite, right? Then in Jedi, he kowtows to Luke, he kowtows to Jabba, and then he gets killed by a blind man on accident. Right?
Yeah,
like, why do people like Boba Fett? It never made sense to me. But then when they brought Boba Fett in Mando season 2, I was like, all right, now I get the Boba Fett love. Look at this badass fighting 20 stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they did him right in the end. They did him right. But yeah, I can see how it's kind of fucked up that he gets eaten in the Sarlacc pit. You know, the only explanation you get is an expanded universe or whatever.
Well, what was, as a kid, he was like that big character that stuck out, but you didn't see him as much, and you wanted to see more because he was mysterious. Right. He was like mysterious. Yeah. So that's why I at 6 years old, I was like, dude, I want that guy. He's so
Yeah, you know, and that's what it boiled down to. Most people just thought he looked cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I would have been way more intimidated if Bosk was like the bounty hunter that went after Han or whatever. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And then Robot Chicken ruined Bosk for me. And you know, all the bounty hunters like leave after Vader gives them the mission. And Bosk is like, hey, wait, guys, I gotta put my shoes on. I don't understand why I was the only one polite enough to take my shoes off.
Dang.
Oh, shit.
You know, but we have to all admit the worst one is Dengar. Like, why is this bounty hunter wrapped in toilet paper?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Like, it's such a terrible design. Like, I never understood that character.
it's like he came late to the shooting part, and they just said, "Fuck it, we'll roll with it."
They're all, how can we make this guy look?
No
like
pun intended.
He's his own dude.
Yeah,
Well,
he looked like
Robot Chicken made fun of him too, because they were like, all the other bounty hunters thought I was crazy when it went with the toilet theme costume, toilet theme spaceship, because the ship is like a half donut, like looks like a toilet seat.
yeah.
Yeah, who knows what the fuck they're thinking on that one. So is there an explanation for was it Bosch? Is it Bosch? Is that the correct pronunciation?
Bosk is part of a race that like they're like a nemesis for Wookiees, right? They absolutely hate Wookiees, which is why in the Boba Fett show, Black Chrysanthemum goes out of his way to fuck those guys up. They're the same race as Bosk.
Yeah, pulls their sockets out of their arms. Rip.
I gotta see that. I gotta see what I don't know what the fuck they look like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they what they did is they're a big time like a hunting. They hunt, like a predator.
Oh yeah, this is coming back to me now. This story's coming back to me.
Yeah, like how predator hunts,
right?
Species, and
yeah.
so
Now
they did that. They would get they'd kidnap Wookiees and bring them there and either hunt them down or they would train their younglings with them to hunt them down and stuff like that. It's
so the
yeah, they kind of look like dragons almost.
They do, yeah. And there's different colored ones too.
Huh. It's been a while since I looked that shit up for sure.
Right, I'm grabbing an image right now.
Image grabber.
Grabber. Yeah, the fuck.
I'll share the screen.
Okay.
So you can see it. Let's see. All right, there's Bosk. I mean, tell me that wouldn't have been way more intimidating than Boba Fett.
Yeah. I remember this. Yeah, and then those guys
it's from the cartoons. Sorry.
Yeah, he's also featured a lot in the Jedi Knight video games.
Mm-hmm.
And Jedi Knight 2, I think specifically has that race of character.
Well, and anyone who remembers the Shadows of the Empire game would realize just how deadly the IG-88 robots were.
Yeah. Very.
Like those things were crazy deadly.
Yeah. I know. It kind of like scared you for a second. You're like, oh shit. Like, oh, Them motherfuckers just.
Yeah, the IG-88s are fucking badass.
Yeah. Well, in the story of the actual IG-88 is he downloaded himself into the Death Star.
Interesting.
And as the download, because he was going after Palpatine for something. And right after his download, like minutes or seconds, is when that second Death Star exploded.
Interesting.
I was just reading something. There was a total of 6 Death Stars at that time.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so I gotta go read this and then watch this thing because they do have it on YouTube as well. So I'm gonna check that out. I've never heard of that before, but
I'm gonna go fill up my drink real quick, guys. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
The 6 Death Stars of Giza.
Yeah.
That's what I think. When I think of a Death Star, I think of Pyramid in Giza.
Mm-hmm. Pyramid Giza.
Yeah.
Hey, you see that? You see that on my hat?
The fox?
It's a Star Wars wolf.
Oh hell yeah, that's dope. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Hell,
Wolf.
the wolf is that one on the is that on like the Rogue Squadron or something?
I think this one was the ones that were in
Commander Wolf. Doses.
yeah, the Commander Wolf. I think that was in the Clone Wars one. The cartoon.
The CGI or the animated Clone Wars?
The animated.
Really?
Mhm.
I need to go back and watch that one again. I like that one a lot.
Oh, wait a minute. You talking about the short ones, the animated?
The animated ones were the ones done by the guy who did the Samurai Jack
Yeah,
cartoon.
yeah. Okay, no, it was the CGI one.
Oh, okay.
Or I don't know if you call it CGI, but watching that show and every season, the art got better. You know, all that stuff got better with every season. The story did, the cool, all kinds of cool shit.
For me, like I got turned off on it immediately when I saw the super deformed style.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I'm not gonna watch. I was like, I'm too old to watch anything that's super deformed. Like
Yeah, they kind of changed it slightly better and better, and you know, like you can even tell like the colors and stuff were different. Like they were working on, they were testing it out with this series.
huh. When the Samurai Jack one came out, I think I still have
That one was bad. Yeah.
I think I still got the poster for that one somewhere over here. That one's fucking cool, dude.
Oh, you got a poster, damn.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was going to Comic-Con back then when that one came out.
Dude, Mace Windu was like a badass in that. Oh my god.
I just dug that art
You
style.
got to the movie and you don't really see his fighting style at all. You're like,
yeah, Samurai Jack was probably worth a rewatch.
Samurai Jack had an extra season a couple, like 2 or 3 years ago.
Really?
4 years ago or something like that. Yeah,
What the fuck?
they put one new extra season up or something like that.
Wow, I didn't even know that. Huh.
That was my jam. I saw that my kids were watching. I was like, oh, and I just sat there and started watching it every day with them. That was back in my Hawaii days when Hawaii go Hawaiian.
Let's see, the last season to finish off. Season with Uko's daughters. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. I think I might have an art book for Samurai Jack from Comic-Con if I look hard enough too.
Samurai Jack.
I should have an art book.
Did you like, what was that one called with the caveman and the dinosaur?
Oh,
that was fucking great.
I
can't think of the name.
The fuck was that called?
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
It was an older cartoon. The one you're thinking of? No?
Maybe like 2010 or something.
No, I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, no.
Not
Dude, the
too-
whole entire, it's got like, I think 3 seasons.
No, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about now. Nah.
And the whole entire, there's like no English basically in it.
Huh.
Whatsoever, because it's a caveman. It's a caveman. He loses his family, and then he's going to go after some dinosaurs, and these other dinosaurs, they basically eat each other up. And then there's like one baby dinosaur just doesn't know what to do, and he ends up taking it as like his kid. And they travel the world basically.
Huh.
The ending is so good in that series, man.
I gotta check it out. Do says it's called Primal.
Yes, Primal.
Yeah, check it out. You guys say it's good.
Way to go, Doe. Thank you, Doe.
I like anachronistic stuff. like cavemans and dinosaurs living together.
Yeah.
Hell, cats and dogs live together.
Yeah. The story's all told through seeing through your eyes, and the guy who did it is he did something else pretty good too, and I can't remember.
That got awards too?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Gotta check this out. Huh.
Hey, this is my house. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. No, I get this is half my house.
Gendy? Gendy. Is that the guy's name? Let me look this up. Gendy. Gendy Tarkovsky. Yeah, that's how I remember the guy's name. Yeah.
What did he do? What else was it that he did?
He got them the Dexter, Clone War, Samurai Jack, these kids things that I don't know what they are. Yeah, a bunch of kid stuff that I don't even know what it is. Yeah, Dexter stuff.
Dee
Chicken Scratch? I don't even know what the fuck that is. He did stuff a long time ago.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize Dexter's Lab started in 1995. What? How does that make sense?
What?
They say Dexter's Lab started in 1995.
In 95?
That's what it says.
Holy smokes.
How the fuck?
I thought that was like a 97.
No, yeah.
Or maybe 96, 97.
They're saying I was 10 years old when that came out.
Holy cow.
I don't remember it going down like that.
All I know is I went to Germany in August of 95. Within 3 weeks or 4 weeks or something like that, we got locked down because Bosnia was kicking off and we were going to be the first group to go there.
Nice.
And then we went to Bosnia for a year, and then I came back, and I had like 7 months before I got my new duty station. That whole middle of Bosnia kind of fucked up my Europe thing, but I still got to see a lot of shit. So when we got back on Christmas of 96, the only, like, you had cable, and then you had the AFN channel, and the only other channel that had English on it was the Cartoon Network. And that shit was on there. Dexter's Laboratory and Cow and Chicken. I'm like laughing my ass off going, what the hell is this stuff?
Yeah, there's some good stuff back then. I remember Johnny Bravo.
That's my dude. Yeah.
There was that show before that, the Freakazoid show. Oh my god,
I remember hearing the Freakazoids.
I couldn't stand it,
but I don't know if I've watched it, or did I? I can't remember.
Well, I hated Freakazoid for I don't know, it might be the same reason. You might subconsciously hate it for this reason. But the fact that they said Freakazoid existed in the Batman animated series universe.
Oh, right. I forgot about that shit.
What was that?
Oh, no.
I'm like, why would you cheapen the greatest cartoon ever made to include this dumbass character?
Oh, man. I fucking hated Freakazoid. I forgot they did that crossover. Oh, God. So, you know, Freakazoid was just annoying. The whole thing was so annoying for me. So then when I went to Comic-Con and I finally met the voice actor, I was like, oh my God. I don't even want to ever see you ever again. I don't want to hear your voice. I'm completely done. But the Powerpuff Girls voice actors were the best, and they're always the most entertaining.
Yeah, I was freaking out seeing them characters there. Mojo Jojo was like, whoa, he's kind of cool. But dude, and then they had him come on there. I was like, what the fuck is that shit?
The devil, man.
Wearing girl shit.
What are your favorite cartoons? What's your favorite cartoon? My favorite cartoon of all time is Ion Flux.
Oh yeah. I like
Yeah, Eon Flux was really, really good.
I like Max too, but
Max.
nobody ever remember.
There was some weird shit in Eon Flux though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like I remember the one episode because she like died in a lot of the episodes.
right.
Uh-huh.
But in the one episode, it showed her afterlife, and she's in some weird like gynecologist chair, and
Yeah.
some weird alien with this like crazy looking tongue comes out and starts licking her feet. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yes, I remember that. I was like,
There was such.
Is
there
this
was
like
real-
I'm thinking
such really
like,
good stuff.
okay, so this is her heaven and that dude's hell. Unless that dude was a fetishist, then it's probably heaven for him too.
I didn't fuck with the movie because I didn't fuck with live action shit. That if it's golden as animated, I will not make myself watch anything live action. Hell no.
Not to mention, there's no possible way to duplicate that animation in live action.
No, I'm never gonna.
Like it was so
through that.
stylized and perfectly so that like bringing it to live and the movie was not good. The live action movie was not good. What was it? Charlize Theron, I think, was it?
I don't know. It's a pander. That's all I know. And
Right. All I remember is there was a kid in a suitcase.
it says what is it? Oh yeah, well of course Dragon Ball series is epic. Is epic series, Rob, for animation in every aspect of it. Pretty. Let's see.
well, what about the movie Eon Flux?
That's what we're saying.
Yeah, we were just talking about it.
Yeah, we won't fuck with it. We won't mess. I won't mess with it. I won't watch
Oh
it.
man, that stuff must have kicked in.
I mean, honestly, the live action Dragon Ball was worse than the live action Eon Flux by far.
Oh, I bet it was. I will not watch that. I didn't know that really existed until you mentioned it, but I heard something about it. But
Yeah, I remember watching it and thinking to myself, what the hell happened, Chow Yun Fat? You were such a great actor. Hard Boiled was incredible, and you're doing this?
I'm gonna look up the pictures.
They had Chow Yun Fat was Master Roshi.
Oh my god.
And it's like, God, this is just the worst. It's like, and I think Piccolo was played by James Marsters, the guy who played Spike on Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
This looks so fucking bad.
Oh my God. And the lead actor, like they couldn't have gotten anybody worse to play Goku. Like that movie is.
I don't want to look at any more pictures. I see Goku and he's like got dreadlocks and fucking he's wearing a skateboard shirt. I can't keep.
Yeah, he's like some stupid, like it's like, come on, dude. Like you couldn't have got Japanese people to play these roles. Yeah, man, that kid is probably the second worst lead actor in the history of cinema. The worst lead actor being in that first Dungeons and Dragons movie, opposite Marlon Wayans.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, that movie was so bad.
I'd rather watch the Street Fighter movie on repeat for the rest of my life than ever have to watch the live action Dragon Ball once.
The Street Fighter movie was so good. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, don't do that, man. Don't do that.
It had some hot chicks in it, though. I can tell you that.
Damn. That's what sold tickets.
Like, I feel so bad for that being Raul Julia's last movie.
Wow, that was hard.
The ending is badass. The ending is so badass, where things are blowing up, and I can't even remember. He's like walking out of there.
We used to make fun of it. It looked like a bad army training video.
Dude, and Jean-Claude Van Damme as Guile? Like, why?
Yeah.
They could
Like,
get
what
him.
made them think Guile was the right character for that, or the right actor for that role? Or Van Damme was the right actor for Guile. I mean, that's like, and there have been really good Street Fighter movies, but they've all been animated.
Oh yeah, the anime Street Fighter, the first one I'm thinking of, is really good. There's that shower scene with Chun-Li.
Yeah, when Vega shows up at her apartment to kill her and she beats the shit out of him. Yeah, dude.
That's badass.
That's awesome. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's super quality. For
I never
that.
seen those. I
Really
might have
good
to
quality.
do a backstage tomorrow night.
You know, the very first movie to ever use CGI was Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan.
Really? I thought it was Tron.
No, it was Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. It was you remember when they showed the computer representation of the Genesis
I
making
watched
the planet?
it just the other day.
Yeah, that is the very first use of CGI in a feature film.
Oh fuck. Huh.
Tron did use CGI, but Tron came out 2 years later, I believe.
Tron probably was the first to use it like extensively or something to that effect.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I was surprised to see that too, because I didn't realize that it was Star Trek II either. But then when I read that, I was like, oh my god, that's true. It is.
Yeah, the Wrath of Khan is so good. Isn't that the one where Data fucks the Borg Queen?
No, that's First Contact.
Oh yeah, that's First Contact. Yeah, that one.
The Wrath of Khan is where Ricardo Montalban comes back.
Oh yes.
This is SETI Alpha 5.
Yes, that's probably the best one. Is that movie?
Yeah, that's pretty much universally agreed. Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan is most Star Trek fans' favorite. I honestly have to say that my favorite Star Trek movie is Galaxy Quest.
Really? Huh. Okay.
All I gotta say is them boobs looked good in that outfit.
You mean the padding in her bra?
Yes.
Because Sigourney has no boobs.
I know. That's why I said they looked really good.
They looked really fake.
That was 1999. I remember this fucking movie. Yeah.
Tim Allen.
Yeah, Tim Allen. Okay, I remember this movie. God, that was such a long time ago. I could barely remember this.
Yeah, Alan Rickman, fucking awesome in that film. But I have to say, what's his name? Sam Rockwell, like, stole the fucking show.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Fuck, I need to watch that one again. Looks like a good use of my time.
Yeah, I found one of my favorite guilty pleasure movies is free on YouTube right now.
Debbie Does Dallas?
No, The Shadow. I messaged you about it yesterday.
Oh yeah.
The
Yeah,
Shadow?
I actually watched at I don't know exact what day, but about a week ago.
Yeah, I love that movie, man.
The Shadow.
Yeah, that movie had some really early CGI as well with the proba knife.
Yeah. Actually, I still gotta watch. I gotta finish the last 10 minutes of it. Something like that. But I watched it.
Yeah, the cinematography in that movie is fantastic. a lot of like character actors in it. It was one of Ian McKellen's like early roles.
Mm-hmm.
He played Reinhard Lane, his the Shadow's love interest's father.
Interesting.
But yeah, the cinematography in The Shadow was kind of reminiscent of the cinematography in Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
You know, all the colors were very crisp.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah, Rob just typed in exactly what he said, The Shadow. What about Dick Tracy? Yeah, Dick Tracy's very similar in cinematography, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen Dick Tracy in a fucking long time either. Yeah, probably since I actually.
Yeah, it's one of Germ's favorite movies.
I gotta watch that again. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that a second time.
What's that?
Dick Tracy, the movie.
The Dick Tracy one.
Yeah, I need to watch that.
Though it's possible. I could be wrong, but Wrath of Khan must have come out first then, because it is recognized as the first movie to use CGI.
Both came out in '82. I can't remember what I wasn't gonna look it up. I wasn't gonna look it up. I trust you.
All I know is I come from a land down under.
Well, shit, guys, I gotta get ready for bed, but I still gotta feed myself because I'm starving.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think I'm gonna call it too, because I'm like fading in and out here now. It's to be fun walking up the stairs.
well, as always, it's great talking with you, Kurt and Prophet. Love talking to you guys.
Always a pleasure, sir.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, Star Trek 2 came out June 4th, 1982. And Tron came out July 9th, 1982. So by like 1 month.
Huh. Damn.
Wow.
Both great movies.
Oh, Tron was a favorite of mine as a kid.
Right.
Did you
loved Tron as a kid?
Yeah, me too. I have an original Tron movie poster.
I have an original Tron light cycle.
Oh hell yeah!
No way.
The ones with the ripcord.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I have the yellow one.
Fuck yes, that's sick.
I don't have any of the translucent 5-point figures though. I just have the cycle.
I bought the recent Metacom Tron figure that glows in the dark. I never opened it.
Yeah, those like everybody hated the video game because like in order to get to the light cycle stage, you had to fight through the stupid like blocks dropping on you stage, and then the paddle ball stage, and you had to go through 4 shitty stages to get to the light cycle stage, and then the light cycle stage was super fucking hard.
Yeah.
And if you died, you had to go back to the beginning. It was like, damn it.
Yep. Well, fucker.
Yeah, those scenes in that movie where they're in the frisbee battle or whatever they call it. That shit is so sick, dude.
Yeah. Did you guys like the second one?
I love Legacy too, man. I love Legacy too, man.
Yeah, that one was. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for the Neutron movie coming out.
Oh shit! There's a new one.
Neutron as
in this one, basically,
it's an LBG.
What they were trying to avoid in the second one, like keeping the programs from coming into the real world.
Yeah.
They actually achieve, and the programs come into the real world.
Interesting. Okay.
And you remember in Legacy, the soundtrack was done by Daft Punk. You know, and Daft Punk has a very digital sound.
Yeah. Well, also on that soundtrack,
in this new one, the music is done by Trent Reznor.
Oh, okay.
So it's got like that digital sound, but it also has that gritty, like real world sound mixed with it. So it's
Tron Legacy
really
also has the Crystal Method. It has other artists as well. I can't remember them all, but yeah, the Crystal Method for sure is on Tron Legacy album too.
Right. Well, but and the way it breaks down is like I'm sure in the new movie there'll be music done by other people than Trent Reznor, but Trent Reznor is the one they hired to arrange the music. Just like in Legacy, they hired Daft Punk, and Daft Punk brought in other people.
Yeah, I don't even know who Trent Reznor is as an artist besides Nine Inch Nails.
Right. Well, Trent Reznor was also. It won't be the first movie soundtrack that he's been in charge of, because he also handled The Crow, the original Crow with Brandon Lee. So we know he knows how to apply music to a film. You know what I mean? Like,
right?
Because The Crow soundtrack is spectacular.
Yeah, it makes me. I'm curious what the soundtrack's gonna sound like. How this is gonna go down. How it's gonna be probably be a lot different from Legacy.
Right.
Yeah, even if the movie sucks, the soundtrack is still gonna get played for me, probably more than the movie. Yeah.
Well, there is a trailer out there, DFS. You can check it out. It's basically Jared Leto. He plays the program that escapes the grid. Okay, and the trailer shows him like in a car chase with police, and there's a police car following him, and he just turns on his like light wall behind his bike and cuts the police car in half.
What the fuck?
Like, yeah, it looks intense, man. I really am excited for it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. I gotta see this shit. Huh. Yeah, I wonder how that's gonna play out. Yeah, I don't know. I think the original Tron, if you're not impressed by it, it might be a little hard to stomach for some people.
Yeah, it's definitely dated, but
yeah,
the way I look at it is the the graphics in Tron movies represent the graphics in video games at the time.
True.
And rightly so, because that's pretty much what it's about. You know what I mean? It's like, Flynn is a gamer, and the whole thing about the original Tron was that David Warner's character stole Flynn's video game, the Space Paranoids or whatever it was. Right. So the fact that the graphics represent the video games of the times, like that to me is awesome.
Hell, They did for Tron Legacy at San Diego Comic-Con, they did an invite only Flynn's Arcade. And fuck, it was badass, dude. You got I have it, the coin and the ticket to the arcade, and then they took you in there. You could play the machines, and then they took you around the back, and there was the new light cycle on display, dude. It was all lit up and shit. Oh wow.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, man. One of my favorite things about Legacy is when Sam first gets pulled into the grid. He goes into his father's like old arcade, into Flynn's, and when he comes out, when he gets re-resed inside the grid, and he walks out, it's a digital version of Flynn's arcade. You know what I mean? Like the building he walks out of. Like, I thought that was just very smart, very well done.
Fuck yeah, that's cool. Shit. All right, guys. Good night.
Have a great night, fellas.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for coming, everybody. And on that note, we're gonna, call it a night. Thanks to Dose Studios and everybody else that's been on here. Rob 78. Let's see who's up. Thanks to dang. It's just No and Rob. Have a great conversation. Geek Homeworld, M3, everybody that's been on here, thank you for coming. Y'all have a good night, man. Be safe. Get rest. And make your day better. Good night. Good evening. And God bless.